Anaktat Rayata. Rahubat Lucky Orion on. Rahubat. Rahubat. Welcome to my live. We are going to get into it today. Just want to wait a while for a few other people to come into the room. Please remember to like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Roll back attack to J.A. Roll back, yo, what's up? We're going to begin in a few minutes. Roll back, family. Thank you for joining my live. Oh, okay, right. Okay, I got you. Okay, and you're a moderator now. Anybody come in here being disrespectful? Gosh, I just got on and y'all already going at it. You know, we're in a bad day and time, and I can't understand for the life of me why those of you who walk with the master teacher are behaving the way that you are, knowing that if the master teacher was here, there are things that would not be going down, and I'm gonna get into that too today. But before I get in, let me get the proclamation, and then I'm gonna start with the all prayer. We're gonna begin in 5 minutes. One moment. Okay. All right. Anuki Jawith Pa Ashok Impa Paut Wu Kalal Ashok Kabun Jawaf Neye Anuki Kasam Impa Paut Wu Pa Paut Kabun Kasam Neye Anuki Wahu Ameh Pa Paut Wu Pa Paut Kabun Wahu Ameh Neye Nakuk Kadur Naja Ameh Kasam Impa Paut Wu Kabub Ameh Moshkas Nakuk Kadur Kawan Kalil Pafef no cook aro jawef papaut ameh wase ameh radni kawun leye bakoi jawef papaut anuki ya bedbi ye nefasni papaut kawun anuki papaut kador na cook kador papaut amul na cook amul. I like to always start off with the proclamation. And thank you, Hatet the J.A. Brother N, you can Rahubat. You can also, you're a moderator now. You can delete these people as well. Hold on a second. Because I already see somebody starting already. Anyway. As you know, Dr. Malachi York has been incarcerated going on the 23rd year. Someone has said to me, how come you're saying it's 23 years? That is the length of time, Rahubat Ranub Sebekre. That has been the length of time that Panababianun will be incarcerated. This is his last year. He'll be home. Those of you who don't know, it ain't for you to know. And those of you who do know, you know. Okay? Well, let me begin with the proclamation. O Sabaeans, look at those who cheat and speak untruths. Yet they still claim to be one of us, one of our loyal populace. We true Sabaeans have these proclamations. 1. Do not tread in the path of Isfat, evil, on this highway of lawlessness. 2. Do not lie misusing our creed of truth, Hakat, by ignoring the facts. 3. No. Let me start all over. Oh, Sabaeans, look at those who cheat and speak untruths, yet they still claim to be one of us, one of our loyal populace. We true Sabaeans have these proclamations. 1. Do not tread in the path of Isfat, evil, on this highway of lawlessness. 2. Do not lie about Wu Sabat by rejecting Pa Manzal Nazdar Amunababrae Akakta Dedwi. 3. Do not lie misusing our creed of truth, Hakat, by ignoring the facts. 4. Do not lie and claim you are a true lover of truth unless by practicing it. 5. Do not lie and say you can be trusted and loyal to your true race, Sabaeans, when you are not. 6. Do not lie and say you are the peacemaker when you are indeed the source of arguments, fights, gossips, and gossips. 7. Do not lie and commit atrocities by rejecting ma'at, reconciliation, when other Sabaeans wish to make up. 8. Do not lie and say you can be trusted while you sneak around violating all that you claim is best for our people. 9. Do not lie, deceive, cheat by acting and living in the image of this beast man of sin. If you undertake these responsibilities, let it be known by your actions. Thank you for tuning in. It says it's 23 people, Rahubat by DJ, but there are more. Because every time I log off, there are about 800 people watching, but I guess there's only 23 people in the chat. Let me take these off so I won't read the comments. And I'm going to need these right by me because today, of course, you know, the flyer went out and I made a mistake and said Sunday, November the 9th. So what happens is when I look at the calendar, it says S and then it has another S there. And I sometimes get it confused. I do that all the time. Even when I'm writing documents and typing stuff up with the dates because the way that the calendars are, they're listed on the iPhones. So I don't have an actual calendar in my house, but I will get one for this year for 2025. First, I'd like to thank you all for tuning into my live. Please like and please subscribe. Also, I like to start off I like to apologize to my prayer group. Yesterday, I was missing in action. There was a lot going on, and I was all over the place. And I thought that I had consulted with one of the prayer members so that it could continue, but it's okay. So tomorrow, Sunday at 9 o'clock, we will continue our prayer, and we will continue doing it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, there are people who disagree with my method of how I do it, but this is how it's done, okay? We have to invoke the powers of the ancestors because they hear our voices. So, of course, it's not going to sound like we're all together. You know, it's going to sound like we're all over the place, but we're really not. We're really together. And it's amazing because some people, while we're saying the prayers, you can hear somebody's house an alarm going off like a siren, like it's letting us know that the master teacher's enemies are being dealt with. It was told to me by the people in Kenya that Wakia's brother Obar is dead. I don't know if he's dead and they ain't saying anything to you all, but that's what was told to me. They said he's a dead man. Now, I don't know if they meant he's dying or he's going to be a dead man because he was also a part of this conspiracy against Dr. Malachi York. You know, you'll be surprised how many enemies that Dr. Malachi York has. He has a lot of enemies. He's a very powerful man. He writes a lot of books to wake people up, and his books is about the truth. And some people don't like being revealed. You know what I mean? They don't like when the truth is told. And today there's a lot that has to be covered about Tashaka Malik, who calls himself Tashaka Malik El Kuwsh. His real name is Mike Turner. That's his name. He's from Savannah, Georgia. He's a Bama. He's a liar. He's a down low homosexual. He's an evil, disgraceful bum. Okay? And I'm going to expose him today. All right? So before I get into that, there's a few things that I have to cover. So, of course, I want to apologize to my prayer group. I apologize to you all, and that won't happen again. I'll be a little bit more Rahubat, Ray, Har, Anaknan, Rahubat. And so, of course, I'll be a little bit more mindful of how I communicate. But whenever I have to put someone on a wall, it may seem like it's an easy thing, but it's not. Because each time, you know, you expose a devil, you open a vortex to that being. You understand? And they're very wicked, they're very negative, and they're very evil. And many of you become fooled by these black devils because they come in the name of free pops. They come in the name of I'm Sabian. They come in the name of, you know, like they love our doctrine so much, but they have a hidden agenda. And they have to use our doctrine. They have to use our love for the master teacher. They have to use that to camouflage who they are. Like, for instance, I have 2 iPhones, right? This is a business phone, and this phone where I go live is my personal phone. So now I'm on this phone looking for the music to play before I come on to put it on my Bluetooth, you know. And all I see for Dr. Malachi York is the young elder, the young elder, the young. I mean, this nigga just rolled all down. I mean, he got everything, Bobby this, Bobby that. But this dude is a devil. You see how they work? This is to throw you off so that way you won't know who the real ones from the fake ones are. Because listen, if you're all about the master teaching, you're all about the doctrine, you wouldn't have to work so hard to prove that you are. You understand? This is what they do to gain followers. They use the master teacher's name. They use his books. They use his affirmation, his tapes. Sometimes they might have an old picture from back in the days, and they'll put that on Facebook, and then they'll act like they got this deep connection with the master teacher, and they fool so many of you. But it was already written in the scriptures that they would not be able to fool us all. They will only be able to fool those who are not the true followers of the Most High, of Panabab Yanun. And that's another one of the reasons why I don't go live often, because I don't want to be labeled as them, okay? I don't want to start some group, some segregated sect. You understand? Because that's what's actually happening in the tribe. You got the different sects. You got people that walk with Shaka Malik. You got people that walk with his friend, that brother that calls himself William York. That nigga's up on my wall today too. You got people that walk with Seneb, and they all Senebites, the Shaka Malikites, the Williamites. You got people that, because the master teacher has children here, and they use his name, York, I'm Baba's daughter, I'm Baba's son. And then you have people that follow them as well. You understand? And the thing is this, trust is earned. Respect is earned. You don't have to respect someone just because they have a title. And you all should be learning and seeing what's happening all over the world, because you see their kingdom falling, okay? It's falling in the music industry. It's falling on the news. That's fake. People are seeing, people got iPhones and they're filming things that the news will not cover. You understand? People are starting to see when they're filming somebody, they're seeing people in the audience that are demons. you know, and they're seeing UFOs everywhere, and they're trying to blame it on AI. They're seeing different types of artists and people showing who they really are. I mean, they got these crazy hairstyles. They just look like monsters. But what happened is the diet, the pizza, and the things that you eat and put in your body, and you not saying prayers and not staying close, holding on to the rope of Panabab Yanun, you fall off and you get warped up and involved with these people. Now, I want to say this to many of you, to the brothers, and to the sisters too, but this is mainly for the brothers. When have you ever seen a deity in our holy tablets, or ever seen a master teacher, or have people that was with him with dreadlocks? Dreads are dreadful. And the master teacher has said that before. But see, what they do is they'll take our teachings and distort them and put stuff in there, add things in there to their liking, because they want to look like these people out here in the world. There's only two type of people on this planet. Those that are going with the devil and those that are going to make it. And the master teacher has said this so many years ago, that many of you are not going to make it. He said, because you cannot stand the test of time. Again, he said, many of you are not going to make it. Why? Because you cannot stand the test of time. What is the test of time? This is the test of time. The math teacher's been in there 23 years. We've been out here. And now he gets to see who his true followers are. He gets to see who really loves him, who really cares, who really walks with him. Because he told the people that lived on Tamaray, y'all are not my true followers. He said, my true followers are not even here yet. He told them that to their face. He said, when this is all, he said, all of this is going to be gone, and all of you are going to be gone, and there's only going to be enough of you to fit inside of a Volkswagen. He said that to them. And you know what they did? They came back and said, Pop said, when this is over, it's only going to be enough of y'all to fit in a Volkswagen. No, nigga, he was talking to you. I wasn't on the land with Baba walking around marching with him. And my thing is, where are the people that was? Where are y'all? What are y'all doing? You just going to give up on Baba this quick with all the time he spent, his life hard earning. He dedicated his life to us, and this is the thanks he get in return. Y'all just going to flip on him like that and follow a nigga like Tashaka Malik, a Bama on top of that, a coward and a bum. That nigga is a wuss. Okay? I'm telling you what I know about him. He's a freaking wuss. And we're going to get into it today. And I'm going to put my foot up his freaking ass. Okay? I'm sick of this nigga. And he had it coming. Yeah, go ahead. Talk about I'm cursing. Because ass is in the Bible. All right? Now, I wanted to talk to you briefly about a few things. And then we're going to go to this wall. All right? Because I got Seneb ass up here too. And I got his mate. And I got another brother, and that other brother, William York, they all up here. Like I said, they all work together, all right? A bunch of freaking bums living off of another man's legacy. What did you write? What books did you write? You wrote nothing. You wrote nothing. You have nothing. All you got is this and a bunch of game. Like Creflo Dollar and the rest of them niggas, and that's why there's a special place for y'all niggas in hell. And y'all will be going there. And I'm going to tell you like this. Anybody that ever did anything to me, I'm coming for you. Today is going to be known. Okay? It's plain as black and white. It's going to be known today. Now, I'm reading a chapter out of El's Holy Injil, the book of Revelations, the Lamb, El's Holy Injil, chapter 7:17. Ain't that deep? Now, look, I didn't even know it was 717. That's the number of the building on Bushwick Avenue, 717. But I need y'all to listen to this, okay? Rahul Bat, Louis Morales, truth is truth. Now, check this out. It says, for the Lamb, Revelation 7:17 from El's Holy Injil from the Master Teacher's book, okay? His interpretation of the book of Revelations. It says, for the Lamb, which is in the midst of the sea, will feed them and will lead them to living creatures upon fountains of water that flow through the river of paradise that only those nearest to the Most High will drink from. And they will never thirst because it is in abundance. and who drinks of it will never thirst again, and will taste its full flavor because of their righteousness. And El Elo, the Most High El, Anu Theos Elah, Allah Yahweh, will wipe away all tears from their eyes by comforting them for their righteousness. And when the Lamb, the Messiah, Jesus, the Lamb of sacrifice, to suffer persecution because he will speak the truth, opened the seventh stamp, and what it contained in this seal is made clear from beginning, El Suhuf, to end, El's Quran. Because you know the Suhuf, the book of Torah, was the first book, and the Quran was the last scripture written. There was silence in Orion's skies, meaning man would have a grace period for the end comes. Before the end comes. Hold on, let me read that again. When the Lamb, the Messiah Jesus, the Lamb of sacrifice, to suffer persecution because he will speak the truth, open the seventh stamp, and what is contained in this seal is made clear from beginning, El Suhuf, to end, El's Quran. There was a silence in Orion's skies, meaning man would have a grace period for the end comes. The end was expected to occur in the year 1970 AD, but this command was put off until the year 2000 AD for a half an hour, symbolic of 30 years from 1970 AD to 2000 AD when the evil one's rule is up. And I, John, son of Zebedee, and Salome, saw the seven Elohim, Anunnaki, who are the cherubims of destruction, symbolic of the seven plagues destined to fall upon the inhabitations of the planet Earth. The same seven plagues spoken of in El's Injil are also expounded on in El's Holy Quran. The opening of the seventh seal will sign the uncovering revelation of all truths and all untruths, as well as the beginning of the woes or plagues to besiege the planet Earth. The first Elohim sounds the signals fire and blood mingle from the sky to be cast upon the earth. This plague denoted war. The second Elohim sounds a signal, a mountain burning with fire, cast into the sea. 1/3 part of the sea and the creatures of the sea are affected. This plague denoted the effects of war on the sea. The third Elohim sounds and signals a star falling from heaven, making waters become wormwood. This is the plague of germ warfare. The fourth Elohim sounds a signal. These are the trumpets being blown. The fourth Elohim sounds a signal, and the third part of the moon, sun, and stars loses their light. This is the plague of disturbance to the galactical bodies. The fifth Elohim sounds and signals a star from heaven toward which opens a pit from which becomes smoke as if it is from a furnace. This plague is a bomb of nuclear warfare. The sixth Elohim sounds, and John, son of Zebedee, and Salome sees the horse of destruction. A fatal and final earthquake occurs, which after the seventh Elohim will sound, bringing the end of the earth as we know it. The seven Anunnaki Elohim was standing between Theos, two hands, meaning they are under his power, and they were given seven trumpets, which is the announcement of the destruction of the end of the world, signaling its coming. Then another Elohim, who was the Anunnaki Elohim Melchizedek, also called Marduk, son of Enki and Damkina, the Elohim Anunnaki, who has 720 degrees of knowledge, came and stood before the altar. And with him was a gold incense holder with a lot of incense to be given to the worships of those who pray today, of the community of the 144,000, El Kiddusin, holy ones, El Muklasina, the purified ones, above the gold altar in the bureau, which is before the seat of Theos. And the smoke of the incense rose upward from the worship of the holy ones that will be accepted from the hands of the Anunnaki Elohim, Marduk Melchizedek before Theos. Then the Elohim Melchizedek took the incense holder and filled it up with fire from the heavenly altar and cast it upon the planet Earth, showing that fire will come down from heaven. And there was a thunder and lightning and voices and a great earthquake of California that is to come. And the seven arch messengers, Anunnaki Elohim, of each had 7 trumpets ready to blow, but has not yet been blown. Their trumpets in order to bring 7 plagues of destruction upon the inhabitants of the planet Earth. And the first cherubim of the 7 arch messengers to bring destruction blew his trumpet, bringing about the Vietnam War of 1957 AD and ended in January 1973. And there was cold, in which John described as hell. However, in actuality, it is really a shower of bullets and fire of sparks from those same bullets mixed with blood, being symbolic of the war bloodshed of man and the planet Earth by way of guns and bombs, and was cast into the planet Earth. And 1/3 of the planet Earth was burned, and 1/3 of the trees and all the green grass was burnt. The sum of these elements denote war. Now, and the second Elohim, the cherubim of destruction, blew his trumpet in likeness of a great mountain. Buildings such as skyscrapers will tumble at the disaster of war. Burning up with fire was cast into the sea, and a third part of the sea became bloody. And 1/3 of the battleships, submarines, and boats, which are living things of the sea, which had spirit, were dead, and 1/3 of the crafts were broken up and destroyed by battle. And the fourth Elohim, who was a cherubim to bring destruction, blew his trumpet, and this plague brought a disturbance of the galactic bodies, and 1/3 of the sun became eclipsed. This was a solar eclipse, and 1/3 of the moon, and 1/3 of the stars, so that their lights lost 1/3 part of their day, which is 8 hours. The solar system was shaken, diverting from the normal pattern of functioning. Stars fell out of their orbits, and the sun and moon merged together. If the sun and the moon become one in perfect alignment, the ultimate or final disruption of the solar system will occur. This solar eclipse does not permit the sun to give light of the planet Earth. There was no light for 1/3 of the day, equaling 4 years, and 1/3 of the shadow hours, equaling 8 years. And the fifth cherubim of destruction of the seventh Anunnaki Elohim blew his trumpet, signaling the beginning of the 5th plague. And I, John, son of Salome and Zebedee, saw an atomic bomb, which I, John, interpreted it as a light like a meteorite, a star from the Orion skies, 6-star constellation upon the planet Earth. And it was given the key of the bottomless pit, being able to open the earth. When the bomb exploded in the earth, it threw off blasts of power appearing like fire. So the atomic bomb that was the first introduced by the Malik beings into New Babylon, America in 1945 AD, Russia in 1949, Great Britain in 1951 AD, and finally France, one of the heads of the beast in 1960 AD, that opened the bottomless pit, making a hole in the planet Earth all the way to the center, and out of the pit, ascending like a dust cloud of mushroom smoke from the bomb that can reach as high as 32,000 feet high, just like the dust cloud of a great furnace. And the absolute sun was darkened by the smoke, and the air was dense with smoke because of the dust cloud of the pit. The smoke or dust that rose from the pit that blackened the skies was a result of 1,000 exploded oil wells set in the Middle East by Saddam Hussein, president of Iraq military forces, on March the 2nd, 1991, and continued to burn up until October 1991 AD. As a result, the clouds were covered with an oil-like substance that caused many people to have respiratory problems, like oil pneumonia, where the oil smothers the tiny air sacs in the lungs. And the air was dense with smoke of oil wells of the Arab world and the fallouts from the bomb's dust. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of the plagues. I'll read the rest of them at the end. But I wanted to cover this and I'm going to finish the rest of the plagues because I'm up to what's I'm up to the next trumpet that was blown in biological warfare, and I'll finish that afterwards, okay? Um, but it's something that I got to get into today that's very important. Now, the reason why I wanted to read that is because many people are making a big thing about the votes, but what they don't understand is this. Trump was assigned, right, to sit in his seat. And what happened was, if he was not assigned to sit in his seat, if you all notice, right, they tried to take him out. When he did a speech in Pennsylvania, some man sat up there on the roof. He had the bloody ear, right? He still had his fists up like, I'm here. Then he went golfing in Key Largo. Somebody tried to shoot him there. And the thing is this, right? This is what the math teacher said to me. If Donald Trump is not supposed to be in his seat, if he was going to lose the election, why were they trying to kill him? You see, they was trying to prevent him from sitting in his seat because extraterrestrials, as you know, they when some crafts come here, they have a magnet that they use. And they pull a giant magnet and they shift it up and down and they smack it up and down to try to create so that the crabs can crash here. And when they fall, they run and get the beings off the crab, and then they start asking them for technology. They start asking them for cures for diseases. They start asking them how they can live forever. They start asking them about the destruction of the planet, the end of their 6,000-year rule. And when they start to question them, sometimes they torture them and they administer some kind of shock wave to their bodies to make them tell them things. So one of the aliens that they caught, they asked, what's going to be the end of the destruction of the world? And they said, first they asked him about religion. And the alien was like, there's religion is just religious dogma. It's not even a reality. It's just used to basically control people. But the way the being was trying to explain it to them, they wasn't comprehending it because he was from the future. You understand? So it's hard. It's just like going back to 1010 BC, you know, and you have a lighter in your pocket, and they zip you back in time, and you take the lighter and you flick it, they're going to be like, what is that? And they're going to think you some kind of sorcerer, and then they're going to hold you captive, lock you up, mistreat you. And so what happens is, but this is what they do to aliens when they can't understand what they're trying to explain to them. You see, the Baba is a master. So they gave the master teacher the ability to express to us and break the doctrine down like a kindergarten, to spoon feed us this information so that we will understand it, because we were so far back, and the masters are so far ahead of us that sometimes it's like explaining to a child when you make an event, when you have an event and it's a party, but now it's a snowstorm. And this child is all dressed up, ready to go to the party, and you saying we can't go because it's a snowstorm. And even when you show them and they looking outside, they start crying, but I want to go. And you saying we can't go, there's a snowstorm. The child will run back and forth, stomp and cry, falling out on the floor, crying because they were expecting to go to a party, and they don't understand the dangers of the snow. And even when you try to explain it to them, they can't comprehend it. So that's how humanoids are here. Okay, the humanoids, when you try to express things to them, or even when they see UFOs, if you go online and you read the comments, they all say, oh, that's AI. Oh, it's fake. How is it fake if you got crowds of people running? Some people got their phones up and somebody else is saying, oh, wow, it's the end of the world. Those crafts are real. And we are in the end of times. Okay, and so people will make up stuff and create things, and the government will stuff you with cheese, stuff you with meat and blood, stuff you with starch, stuff you with sugar, stuff you with garbage. All the commercials is nothing but garbage to eat. Stuff you with bacon, stuff you with burgers. So that way when the real times come, y'all will be so freaking caught up in the world and caught up in the falsehood that people like Tashaka, Malik can easily come and make you think that they got love for the master, or make you think that they walk with us, or make you feel and think that they're with us because they got on our garbs. They're not. And today I'm going to break it down and explain it to you. But I wanted to break that down about Donald Trump being in his seat. He had to sit in his seat because he was destined to sit in his seat. The trumpets had to be blown. So they were trying to kill him because the last time he sat in his seat, when the aliens told him, how is it going to be a destruction? They said it's going to be a nuclear war. And they said, okay, how is going to be a destruction of our end, about 6,000 year end? They said it's going to be a nuclear war. And they said, through the presidency, through politics, right? So what happened was because of the politics, and they said, okay, what we got to do now, because the alien wasn't allowed to tell them who, because the alien didn't know. He can only go so far back, and they were ordained to tell who's going to do what. That's the master teacher's job. So now what happened was they said, okay, this freaking alien ain't telling us what we want to know. So what we got to do is we got to get the timeline of all of the presidents and see what happened. So they got the timelines and they said, okay, Donald Trump, we got to get him out of here. Now, do y'all remember when he was in McDonald's and he was giving out burgers? And I was like, oh, I was laughing because, his hair. He was sitting inside giving out McDonald's burgers. It wasn't even a week that passed. All of a sudden, all the people started dying. It wasn't, in other words, he did not poison the burgers. He just marks the end of their times and like the roughest times ever. Like these next 4 years are going to be the worst freaking chaos on the planet. And if you dummies are not listening to what I'm trying to tell you about these people and you keep walking with these black devils, y'all are going to go down with them. All right. So he was in McDonald's just giving out burgers. And then next thing you know, there's a big epidemic. People dying from E. coli from the onions in the burgers. You understand what I'm saying? And some people are so dense and so dumb, they were saying that was a political move. They were trying to do that so that Donald Trump can't become the president. No. You don't remember when he sang the song? He didn't sing the song. He said, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. You didn't hear him say that? You see, it's a telepathic connection with the end of times. He doesn't even know it. He's just an evil person. You understand what I'm saying? So now, what did the master teacher say the next plague was going to come? He said the next plague is coming through the dogs and through the cats. Right? He said, if you got dogs in your house, if you got cats in your house, if you got animals in your home, you need to get rid of them because the next virus is going to be worse than the last virus. And guess what? It's going to be in the dogs and in the cats. Why? Because the Mukasu have mixed their seed with us so much that they become adapted to the sun. And I don't know about y'all, but especially when I was in Florida, they stay in that freaking sun. They hate us so much, but they always in that sun trying to get a tan, trying to get dark because their skin looks so pale. So the math teacher said, all right, y'all, these are scientists. These are extraterrestrials and they're scientists. And they're saying, hold on. Thank you. And they're saying, okay, we got to get rid of them. Okay? Because the sun it's going to come and burn them up. Of course, we know that. But now, how do we get rid of them? We can't do it this way, so we're going to have to send a plague. So the master said a Kabbalah craft was the one it was a cigar-shaped craft, was the one that sent the first virus in Wuhan, China. Why? Why China? Because the dragon gave power to the bees. Go to the store and get some bees. Who owns the store? The Asians. Go to get your nails done. The Asians. Anything that got to do with beauty of us to keep the power of the beast in us, the dragons gave power to the USA, right? To the beast. So that's why everywhere you walk, where it got to do with hair, where it has to do with nails, where it has to do with beauty, whatever, they try to cover it in the Asian community. They come in our neighborhoods. They don't live with us, but they come in our neighborhoods and they sell all this stuff. Shea powder. Powder. What do you call that? Shea butter for your skin, cocoa butter. Whatever it is that has to do with beauty, they sell it in their stores, right? So now, our ancestors, let them send that virus through the Kabbalah craft. That's how it was distributed. Read the book called Pagadat Shalil Nawar Wu Narar, the God of Light and Fire. That book breaks it down. Where the math teacher said, the extraterrestrials said, our ancestors said, we got to get rid of them. Their time is up. The sun is taking too long, so now we got to come with a virus. So the next virus is coming in the door. So like I said, y'all don't have the intuition and the connection with your ancestors because you're not chanting. You're not praying. So, of course, what I say to you is not going to make sense because you're freaking dumb. You're not only dumb, you're blind and you're freaking deaf. So don't sit up here and tell me that what I'm saying ain't making no sense because it's making a whole lot of sense. And you're going to realize what it is when you see what takes place. You're going to have to come back to this audio and say, oh, sweat, that sister was right. Like I said, Donald Trump was saying they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats of the people that live there. And they started making a song about it. They're eating the dog, whoa, 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 whoa. They're eating the cat, meow, 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 meow. They made a song about it. But the reality is, why would he say that of all things? Think about it. Remember the master teacher said their ancestors deserted them. So they don't have the connection that they did with extraterrestrials anymore. And that's why they sound like fifth graders. So he's saying that, but he didn't even know why he said it. But we as Wu Sabaeans know the reason why he said it is because there's a virus that's going to come in the dogs and in the cats. And Donald Trump represents the trumpet being blown. Okay? He is sitting in his seat for a reason. He was appointed. Okay? And it's getting ready to get ugly for those of you that don't walk with us. Now it's time for me to get to this wall, okay? But hold on a second. First of all, I want to say this. First of all, let me tell y'all where I know Tashaka Malik from, okay? And then it's all going to line up why I brought up Trump in the end of times. Because you got people in this tribe that are antichrist. They may not look like it, or they may say, oh, now she calling me Antichrist. Anybody that is against our teachings is an Antichrist. All these people coming on here, leaving messages, if they were really all of that, they would come with their real name so that I can know who it is, or they would come live and battle or confront what I said. Like Baba said, when he used to teach the truth, he said, none of them want to come and confront him. He said, why they don't invite me on Donahue? You understand what I'm saying? But they'll invite the other ones who are not scholars, who don't know the facts and the truth. So, of course, they're going to come up against me on the chat line, but they won't do it. They won't go live and say, okay, Tabitjet said this, that's a lie. And then she said this. They won't do it. You know why? Because what I'm saying is the truth. Now, I want to say this to you all. I could not come forth, right? I don't like doing this, to be honest with you. And I'm going to chill out for a while. Because my next update is about Janet Goins, and I got a bunch of other whores that I'm going to put on the wall. But I'm going to take a break for a minute. But they got it coming. You could best believe, Janet Goins, you got it coming. You and the rest of you freaking whores in this freaking tribe, I'm going to expose y'all. Because how y'all living and what y'all doing is foul and it's wrong. Okay? It's not our way. They don't freaking walk with us. They pretend that they do. Now, one of the reasons why I brought up this thing about the election was just to give you all some light on it so you could understand what's going on. Don't believe me? Check it out. Like the master teacher said, go back and read the book of Revelations. Okay? He said that Donald Trump's face is on the 666, that all those countries and those people, all their minds is together for one reason, for a one world government. You understand? And we're their freaking puppets. Well, I know I'm not. I'm not a freaking puppet. I'm a Sabaean. Okay, so now, let me go back to, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, hold on. I got a list here. Okay, let me take this off so I won't read the comments because I got to talk to y'all and let y'all understand where I know this brother from. Now, I was working on exposing Judge Charles Ashley Royals. I was living in Athens, Georgia. The master teacher and I were writing each other a lot. This was especially in the year 2006, 2007. Most of my letters in 2005 was like personal letters. I was calibrating myself in the doctrine. I had just came around. I was just a lot of sisters I knew, so I wasn't uncomfortable because a lot of sisters I knew from Tamaray because we lived in a community together as Ansars. So we used to work in the office together, had some good times and stuff like that, working, with the master teacher. He's a very exciting man to work for, and if you think you're going to work for Bob and you're going to sit down, you are sadly freaking mistaken, all right? You're going to freaking work. Bob is a workaholic, okay? And we didn't get breaks. We did. We watched our little movies and stuff. Like I said, we were together, and it was a lot of fun. I had lots of fun living in the community, and I can't wait for the master to come home so that we can live our way again. Now, so now I'm out of federal prison. I go to Athens, Georgia, and in 2005, the master teacher's writing me. He's slowly telling me about his case and stuff like that, because at that moment, the brother Joe and all the players in the game, I don't want to repeat myself. Y'all go back to my audios and listen to them, all them grimy black devils that I put on my wall. It ain't one person that I put on my wall that wasn't a freaking devil. I'm telling you now. So what happened was I started working on investigating the judge. So now back then, and by the way, they switched the form on how you write a judge up because of me. I'm going to tell you why. So the master teacher had wrote me about Charles Ashley Royals because I was working at the continuing, and I was working at the UGA, and I was working at Dial America. Dial America is a call center. All the sisters from the land work there, and I work there too. And we wearing all black every day, all black. And even in the summer solstice, we wore black. And while I was working at there, I needed more money. I was like, I need some more money. So I got a part-time job working at the UGA on a food line. I said I could work my way up long as I'm in, and I got a UGA ID. I said, give me about 6 months. I'll be up in administration somewhere. But you got to crawl before you walk. So I'm working in it, serving the food. I would go there early in the morning, from 6 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon. Yes, from 6 to 12 or 6 to 1. And then from there, I would go to Dial America and work my late shift, my full 8 hours, and go home. And I had the weekends to relax for myself. And so while I was working there, and I enjoyed working there because I could eat the food. When you work there and they had good food for them college students, they eat good, the best. So I would work out in the morning, go to my job. I had a free pass to get on the bus. I'd get on the bus, go there in the morning, then go to Dial America and go home. So one day, I noticed the manager named Rachel Hammond staring at me. So I see her through my peripheral. I was like, wow, this chick keeps clogging me, man. So I'm minding my business. So one day she comes over to me, right? Just want something to say, because Caucasians in the South, they don't like black people from the North. Well, I can't say everybody, because me, I don't kiss butt. All right, I'm not sucking up to you because you a boss. I'm here to do my job, make my money, and go home. I'm not trying to suck up to you and be your friend. I don't know what was wrong with that lady. Like I said, they get intimidated when a guard walks in the room, okay? I don't want to be like them. So she comes up to me and says, you need to take that headscarf off. And I said, why? And she said, because I said so. I said, yeah, but I'm working in food service. Everybody got do-rags on and all that. And isn't it required that we cover our head? She said, I said, take it off. I said, I'm not taking it off. She said, you know what? Clock out. She said, get out and clock out. I said, I'm not going nowhere. I said, look, you breaking the law. You can't fire me. This is my religious right. She was like, what religious is that? I said, I'm the Wapian. She was like, well, do we have anything in writing? I said, I don't need to tell you something in writing. I'm fasting. I'm tying my head up. It's required. Why are you attacking me? So make a long story short, she fired me. I left the building, and I went. Didn't take my pass though. I kept that because I could ride the bus for free with the UGA pass. So I went to college after that. So I went and got me a civil rights attorney. Told her what happened. She filed a notice of right to sue. And they was like, yeah, they gave me the notice of right to sue. And when it got assigned to a judge to go to court, it was Judge Charles Ashley Royals. So I said, ain't this Bob a judge? So I wrote Bob about it, sent him the article from the newspaper. I called Athens Banner newspaper, told them what happened. They put an article in the paper, and I took it and cut it out. That's how I know that all these freaking people that be calling the news, when you see news articles pop up about us, when you see things come up about Nuwapians calling us a cult, those are from people in the tribe that work for the other side. Like Tashaka Malik, he's an informant, and I'm going to prove it to y'all today. All right? So I have to tell you this so you'll understand where I know this creep from. All right? So when Baba said there's more, and then the math teacher asked me to get in contact with Larry Dammersburg. So Larry Dammersburg sent me a whole bunch of stuff in the mail. And I think he emailed it to me. I don't remember. But I got a whole bunch of stuff, some stuff he mailed to me about Baba's case. So lo and behold, I see Tashaka Malik. I see Gary Tatum. I see another brother named Neil Outlaw Isaac, plus me. Then Larry Dansberg put together about Shalimar Richardson, who y'all know is Prince York mother. And I was like, what the heck? And Baba. Plus he was the attorney for Kobe Regional Medical Center. I was like, this cannot be freaking real. I said, this cannot be real. So I wrote Baba. I was like, Baba, you out of there. You out of there. I said, Baba, the judge. I said, I'm telling you, Baba, we could get him. You could get out. I said, this has not been heard of. Then on top of that, he had court on Martin Luther King's birthday. Listen, all that Martin Luther King, that MLK thing that they did in Washington, they stole it from me. I created that. I started that. That was my investigation. And that's when I started working by myself. I said, because these niggas is just using y'all for money, making t-shirts, want to march and talk and look good and make y'all think that they working for Baba so they could milk y'all for money when they really wasn't doing anything. I was doing all the work. They have done absolutely nothing. Tashaka Malik, none of them. They're all demons assigned by Satan himself. These are devils. And I'm going to prove it to you today. So now, I see Tashaka Malik El Kuwsh name, right? And I was like, hold on, what is this? So I said, hold on, what is this? So now check this out. So what happened was Tashaka Malik, right? They were having a parade because they tried to sequester the jury. We're going to get to the wall, y'all. I need y'all to listen to this. Yeah, Larry Dansberg is an informant. I know, I found out. And he stink, too. He fat, he stink, he sweaty. He got that straight, curly, like a mutt, like a dog. His hair is straight and muddy and nasty looking. And it looked like it's falling out, and he's disgusting. His breath stink. I met him at Larry Dansberg at Lattimore, that lawyer that they got to do Baba's 2255. Yeah, 6 ether hair. He got 6 ether hair, and he slicks it back with a brush, and it's jet black, and he fat, and his breath stink. You could tell that nigga living in a refrigerator, and he look like he do drugs too. He don't look clean. So, Tashaka Malik, this is how I met him. He has a parade, right? And he signs up for the parade. But he signs up for us because what they did was they tried to sequester the jury. Sequester means to hide. So they tried to hide the jury in Dr. Malik Z. York's case. And then what they did was they put so that the jury couldn't see the positive black people dressed like us representing, equality and justice for our race and stuff. So what they did was while they were sequestering the jury, they also had, during Baba's trial, they had marshals, U.S. marshals, surrounding the whole courthouse. So now you think about it. You working on a jury pool, right, with Dr. Malik Z. York. They putting all kind of news articles about us. Like I said, it was the Nuwapians that was doing this. Because most of those people in the news, they didn't know that much about us. The way they wrote the articles, you could tell that it came from somebody from working from within. So they had the U.S. Marshals surrounding the whole freaking court building. I said, damn, why they do that? And then what Baba wanted us to do, right, was to have a friendly parade. He wanted us to march like we did on Tamaray with the Egyptian umbrellas, sisters, being positive, playing the drums. So what Tashaka Malik did, this is how you could tell he was an informant. He went and got permission from the mayor, right, to do the parade. But what he did was he wrote that these were Freemasons because Tashaka Malik is not a Nuwapian. Tashaka Malik is a Prince Hall Freemason. Okay? Again, he's not a Sabian. Okay? He is a Prince Hall Freemason. And I'm going to get into some more about it when I go to the wall. But I have to tell you this, how I know him. So when now when Tashaka Malik went to court, right, to present this case pro se, Judge Royals, he put Judge Royals, Sheriff Howard Richard Sills, District Attorney, I got it all written down, I'm going to read it out to y'all later. He had a list of people that he was filing a lawsuit against, saying that, but when he did it, he was saying that we're Freemasons, and he did it pro se, and he made all these mistakes, but he did it on purpose. You understand? Because if he would have did it right, he could have won. So now, shortly after that, Adrian Patrick, y'all know the word Adrian means a drain. You know that means a clever devil. That's what the word Adrian means. In case y'all want to know, look it up in the book of Revelations. Bobbers talks about it in a lot of his classes about the name Adrian. It's a devil, okay? So those of you who still think Adrian Patrick should get back on board, think again. The math teacher ain't thinking about him. That was in the past. That was a gypsy switch to get y'all not to help me, all right? And I'm over it, okay? So when I'm reading the paperwork, I'm going through it. I said, okay, Shalimar, I put that over here, put Tashaka Malik here, Gary Tatum here. I said, I got to go through all of these, each and every one of them individually to find out what their case was about, how they affiliate, how was Royals affiliated with it, because how it works in the courts is like this. If I'm a judge and there's 8 other judges, when a case is brought before us, it doesn't just go to me. It has to be evenly distributed to all the judges. Because you got some judges that may not like somebody and they say, give me that case. Or I want to sit on that case. Because they want to get back at a person. Like Judge Royal did with the Nuwapian tribe. He hated us so much that he violated his own rules. He was so angry and so racist towards us that he made so many mistakes in the case. And so while I'm fighting this case to get Judge Royal impeached, you got people like Tashaka Malik, other people that's this other brother, William York, Duswa York, and all the rest of them, Fatima, all these freaking demons trying to attack me, right? Yes, the Rosemary baby trying to attack me because I'm coming at the judge. So, of course, the judge is going to say, yo, what's up with this girl? She coming at us. Like, get her, find out, get this girl out of here, is what they was basically saying. It wasn't working. They tried everything, okay? It didn't work. So I got to Tashaka Malik's because his was the closest, right? So I asked Larry Dammersburg to let me call him, give me his number. So I called him on the phone. I said, listen, I'm writing up the Judge Charles Ashley Royals. I said, because what happened with Tashaka Malik went to court about filing the paperwork on all of them, right, for bad news, for news, whatever, violating our rights as a tribe. He went in as a Freemason, and he said that we were Freemasons, which was a problem. I'm going to get into that too. So when he went to stand before Judge Charles Ashley Royals, Judge Royals said to him, now mind you, he just made some mistakes as a pro se litigant. What is a pro se litigant? A pro se litigant is a person that anybody that wants to go to court and represent themselves without an attorney. Because you know, the rights is the fifth, is it the fifth? No, what I'm saying. Your rights. You know how they read you your rights? You have a right to remain silent. You have a right for an attorney, if not one to be appointed for you, and all this other stuff. Well, in those, what they read to you, you can speak for yourself, and you don't even have to say nothing. So Tashaka Malik went representing himself, right? And he stood before Judge Royals, and Judge Royals, because he made so many mistakes, Judge Royals was like, You know, cases like this is complicated. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to come in here, you need to come in here right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something like this. Don't you ever come in my court with this, that, get a Miranda rights. Don't you ever come in my court with this nonsense. Because if you do, matter of fact, let me see. I'm going to refer you to the big county and see if they want to prosecute you. So I'm reading this. I'm like, yo, I know no federal judge. Because let me tell you something. If that was me, I'd be like, you know what? Do what you want to do. First of all, you violating my rights. You understand what I'm saying? You violate my freaking rights. So Tashaka Malik, when I called him, I said, listen, bro, I'm filing a complaint against the judge. I said, you could get him in trouble because what he said to you was illegal, number one. Because anytime a pro se litigant comes into court and they filing something and they doing it wrong, of course, they're not attorneys. A judge would say, a normal judge, right? Not a racist judge like Royals would say, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna adjourn this case for 3 months, and I'm going to suggest that you go get some legal advice and come back because I know you want to represent yourself, but whatever, and give them and let them go. No, not Judge Royals, because first of all, what Tashaka Malik was really trying to do was piss the judge off so that way he could sentence Baba to the maximum in prison. You see what I'm saying? Just like KU's. I don't know if y'all know the brother Snafiru. He's sitting in a nursing home right now with his foot cut off and he blind. And guess what? Tashaka Malik gonna be blind too, and he ain't gonna have a foot. I said it, nigga. You're gonna be blind. You're going blind now. You're sick, and I hope you freaking die. I hope you freaking die. Quick. Let the balloons go up. Let the balloons go up. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. So this nigga pisses off Judge Royals, just like KU's pissed off the district attorney. What KU's did was he went and slashed the district attorney's tires. Now, first of all, Baba is in court, right? We're supposed to respect the law. He's always taught us that. Listen, y'all niggas ain't gonna be coming down here stealing and causing problems, you know, like a bunch of niggas. Show some respect and know that, you know, y'all represent me. You understand? So when Baba was locked up, KU's slashed the district attorney's tires and got caught. And I said, when I asked him what happened, I said, how'd you get caught? It was me and a bunch of sisters. He picked us all up to take us to a class. And I said, he was talking about it because somebody caught a flat. And he pulled over to help them or whatever. And we cold in the car because there was no heat. Like, come on. He was like, no, I'm just doing this because I slashed the district attorney tires. And I'm just hoping that because of what I did, the karma won't come back on me. But what I did, and I said, slash the district attorney tires. So I said, how'd you get caught? He said, because it was a straight road. So when he did it, I guess they saw him. But like I said, y'all, some of them were doing stuff intentionally. Why would you slash a district attorney's tires? Why would you, Tashaka Malik, go file something and say that we Prince Hall Masons and get Baba in trouble? You see, it was all an elaborate scheme by the devil to come in to create chaos to get Baba in trouble. So I called Tashaka Malik because I didn't know all that I know now about him. And I said, look, you could get the judge in trouble, man. He was like, you crazy? Nah, I'm not doing that. Judge said if I come before him again. I said, look, brother, calm down. I read the transcripts. He cannot do that. It's illegal. I said, listen, I'm going to show you the law. That nigga was scared to death. He did not want to step up for Baba. He did not want to write up the freaking judge. And I was like saying to myself, then when he came to class, right, I was like, okay, because I never saw him up close. Then when he came to class, he came in with some African stuff on, walking like he a thug. I was like, this nigga's a freaking wuss. I was like, this nigga's he's a little bitch. He's not a freaking, he's a punk. He's a bitch. And he set Baba up and he doesn't want Baba out of there. And I'm about to tell you why. So now let me read this to y'all so you can understand what Tashaka Malik did. Hold on. Oh, hold on. First of all, let's go to this wall. One moment. Hold on, family. Ooh, excuse me. That took a lot of, I'm thirsty. And I'll come back and read this. Let's get to this wall, family. Okay, can y'all hear me now? I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Okay. All right, thank you. I apologize. I accidentally hit the mic. Okay. First of all, I want y'all to look at him. All right. Now, Tashaka Malik recently, okay, good. Tashaka Malik recently got promoted to a higher rank due to his bloody sacrifices. He made sacrifices. All right. He made sacrifices to the devil against the master teacher. And I also, hold on, I don't want to forget to thank the person that told me I had my sword the wrong way. So it's the right way now. You were correct. I just don't trust people. I'm thinking everybody's always out to get me. All right. So now, Tashaka Malik was recently promoted to a higher rank, right? Um, what happened was he wrote Baba a letter, right? And wanted Baba to join the Prince Hall Freemasons, right? And so what happened was he wrote Baba a 4-page letter asking Baba to join the Prince Hall Freemasons, right? And so what happened was, of course, Baba declined. And one of the reasons why Baba declined is because he said Prince Hall, right? His name is Prince Clandestine Hall, right? Those Freemasons, he said Prince Hall's father was a Caucasian and Prince Hall's mother was half white, right? So they don't have descendants of Africa, and they had the Negroes back then was asking the Caucasians, the Euro Caucasians, and the Scottish people to donate their books so that they can be a part of their charters. So the master teacher was like, no, I'm not going to include my members. And, Baba wrote a book called Secret Societies Unmasked, edition number 64. And then Baba also wrote another book called The 200, What to Expect in the Year 2000 AD. So now, as I was saying, y'all, I cut his eyes out right here with my scissors because he's going to go blind. Okay? And they're going to cut his foot off, and he's going to be sitting in a nursing home like KU's. And this is him right here that I found that looked like him to me, the goat man. You understand? Because he's a demon. And what he did was he made bloody sacrifices to Satan because he wrote a letter. He wrote a letter to Baba asking Baba to be a part of Freemason. And Baba said no. You understand? So he got mad, and what he started doing was because Baba refused to join their evil group. So what Mike Turner did, aka Tashaka Malik, he made promises to make Baba's life miserable. So right now, there's still, what he's doing is he's still manipulating situations. So I asked the people in Kenya, what did this dude sacrifice? They said he sacrificed a goat. That's why I got him right there. They said he sacrificed some chickens and some roosters, right? And he did this satanic ritual to create situations so that Baba would never get out of there, right? Because he wanted Baba to join forces with them as a Prince Hall Freemason, okay? And Baba said no. So now look at him here. He made these sacrifices to the devil, these bloody sacrifices, and because he invited Baba, he wrote a 4-page letter to Baba, invited Baba to be a part of his Masonic thing. And you can see him here trying to be the master teacher. Like, you're not, his name is Ta Kaf Re'e, He Pet Re'e, Atum Re'e. I was like, this nigga really think he Baba. Look at him, y'all. Look at all these people. He thinks he's the master teacher. Look, here he go here. Like, nigga, who died and left you chief? Here he go here in Egypt. How, y'all, please, family, don't tell me y'all that freaking dumb. That y'all pay, giving these people your money, and they taking trips to Egypt, flying places. What is this? Look at how he sit. Look at him. He's not a healthy man. Look at him here. Look how stank he look. Look at his stomach. He's sick. You understand? He got stuff going on. And look at this, y'all. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Could y'all please stop wearing, sisters, could y'all please stop wearing those beads in your freaking nose like that? Please cut it out. Okay? If you want to wear a chain connected to your nose ring, you go and buy an anklet. A real thin, dainty, beautiful anklet. Okay? Stop walking around representing our tribe like this. She got black fingernails. We do not wear black fingernail polish. Okay? So Baba was upset and said to this nigga, who does this nigga think he is? I said, no, I don't want to be a part of it. And now you're going to go and do some satanic rituals because you're upset because he thought that if he got Baba to be a Prince Hall Freemason and that he could convert Baba, then that would put him at a high rank. So that's why you see him dressed like that, because he thinks he got promoted in the Prince Hall Freemason by doing sacrifices against Baba. Now, look at this nigga here. This is his homeboy. They all work together. He's another one that's down with the Prince Hall Freemason. And the master teacher said, we are not Masons. Okay, look at this nigga. He looked just like that he looked just like that nigga. Look at him. He looked like a freaking gremlin. All right, he's a dirty freaking brother. Oh, I gotta tell y'all about him too. Look at him. Look at him here. Look at him. He looked just like that ugly freaking gremlin, Stripe. That's what that nigga is. That's Stripe right there. And this is the freaking goat man. Sacrificing animals on Baba. And you can look here and tell that he's sick, that he's not well. You understand? And he's sitting here, look at his stomach. Look at his body. He's not a pharaoh. Who freaking died and told you was a pharaoh, Tashaka Malik? You're a punk. You're a punk, Tashaka Malik. And you're going to go blind. I said it. I scratched out your freaking eyes, nigga. You're going freaking blind. All right? You're going blind for what you did to the master teacher. Trust me. You're going freaking blind, nigga. For sacrificing animals on the master teacher. And this nigga right here, he's the devil too. You know what he did? I had a lady in Washington, D.C. that was going to move Baba to another section, another place in the prison. And he came with Duswa, and they sat in there with their negative energy to mess it up so that Baba can't get out. You see, he moved in a community with a sister named Yvonne, right? Who is Amina, we know as Amina, but they broke up. And she left him to be with the master teacher and had a son with Baba. So I think he's kind of like upset about that. I don't know what his problem is, but he's a dirty freaking whore. And he slept around with a lot of sisters. His wife came to me and told me that he gave her, well, I don't know if she was his wife. Oh, yeah, Stripe. I don't know if she was his wife. But she told me that he gave her a sexually transmitted disease. And look who you see over here with him. First of all, let me say something to y'all. And then we're going to get back into Tashaka Malik. Let me say something to y'all. Hold on a second. I gotta show y'all this picture, and I want to explain something to you sisters in the tribe. We have a handshake. Now, do you see this? Their hips are together. This other brother, she got an arm around him. He got his arm around her. And the brothers is like, I guess they coming from working out, because you know what he used to do? When he was in Athens, because his sister invited me one time, she was like, yeah, the brother Baki, because his name was Baki with a B, and he was in charge of Pamajayu. He's supposed to be some expert in martial arts or whatever, but nigga, please, ain't nobody impressed with your freaking martial arts and or what you supposedly know and your fighting skills or whatever. Ain't nobody scared of you, nigga. Y'all are all punks, okay? Because y'all left Bob in prison to die at the hands of the devil. And this is what y'all doing. Y'all going around, living your life, acting like he ain't in there, making brothers think that y'all got this deep connection with Baba when y'all are freaking black devils, okay? He's a freaking black devil. Look at him. Can't y'all tell? I know y'all see what I see. He's a black devil. So what he did was he would come around the sisters and say, I'm going to give y'all martial arts training. Because one time Iris was like, oh, Tabitjet, they having a martial arts training. The brother, he going to be teaching us martial arts. I said, I ain't going in there kicking my legs open around that freaking dude. I was like, who is he? I said, y'all know if Baba was home that he would not be doing that, teaching us no freaking martial arts and coming around the women saying, okay, you know how they do, they want to touch you. So the master teacher came up with a handshake. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all the handshake. And then we're going to get back to that wall. Okay. The handshake is like this. You put your thumb to the brother like that, and you go like, y'all bow to each other, and you lock the fingers in like this, and you bow like that. No man should be touching you, and no man should be embracing you if that's not your father, if that's not your brother or relative, if he's not your mate, okay? And I don't care who it is, hugging and touching, we don't do that. Our handshake is like this. Brother, take his thumb, and then you take the two fingers like this, and we bow to each other. We don't embrace each other, hugging each other. Oh, girl, give me some love. Putting your breast against his chest and him embracing you. You understand? This is not our way. That is our handshake. So when you see women, hold on, let me switch this. So when you see women in the tribe doing this with men, this is not our way. She's a whore anyway. She been passed around the tribe. Her name is Sonia Graves. She calls herself Sia Amenetum. And she just saw, I'm looking for pictures for this brother, and she pops up in the picture. You understand? So I was like, okay, since she want to spread herself so thin, let me smack up on my wall. And by the way, yeah, she got a passkey seal. There's so many other people that had them and they're not here. Like I said, the passkey seal is just how the Natharu see you. And if you look at her passkey seal, she has a scepter, and her scepter is reversed. Okay? Now, the scepter represents the truth. The scepter represents the truth. Okay? So if her scepter is reversed, then what does that mean she represents? She represents a lie, falsehood, fake. She's freaking fake, y'all. I'm telling y'all what I know about these people. I done showed y'all pictures of me with them. I've been around them, talking to them for years. I know what I'm talking about. She's a freaking whore. All right, that's why when she was on the land, when her and she didn't live on the land, but when her and Nama used to visit the land, the math teacher gave them aprons and stuff to serve the men in their drinks. Okay, so that's telling you he already knew what she was too from the door. All right, so now this picture with Tashaka Malik, I don't know how old it is. All right, I had my peoples get it for me off of Facebook, but it doesn't matter how old it is. It's not that old, okay? I think this picture's about 5, 6 years old. I don't know, but it ain't that. Who are you? You don't have the right to do that. You have to be ordained. First of all, you got a staff in your hand. You have no knowledge. Okay? You have no freaking power. The power that you do have, you got it from the Prince Hall Freemasons. You're a freaking devil, and that's why I scratched your freaking eyes out. Hold on a second. I got something else for you, too. I got a freaking skillet for this nigga. Okay? He getting smacked. Hold on, let me move my thing. I don't want my freaking sword to fall down. He gets smacked with a skillet, and you get smacked with the freaking fly swatter, nigga. Who you think you are? Ain't nobody coming here and ordain you to be in charge of nothing. Who told you you was in charge? Who told you that you was a pharaoh? Who told you to dress like this and that this is your color and that you are some pharaoh among us? Who? It must have been Halloween, y'all, because I don't know who this nigga think he is. And like I said, y'all, please stop wearing them freaking beads, looking like crazy women with that stuff on your freaking face. Y'all look like presentable young ladies. Don't stop buying them beads from freaking Robbie, Joe's wife, calling naked beating, because that looks freaking retarded. All right? It doesn't look good. That's not how we wear them. You get a real thin, dainty anklet, and you put it to your nose ring and attach it to your ear. When the math teacher comes out, he will make some for us. Okay? So this nigga did evil sacrifices against the master teacher because he wanted Baba to be a freehold Mason. He's not a Sabian, he's a freehold Mason. And the math teacher made it clear that we're not Masonic. He told them, he closed all those lodges down. But he is working with Joaquin, who y'all called your clan mother, and her daughter, because they need the money. They need to milk y'all from the money. Stand on your square, brother, and all that. It is about AEO, the ancient Egyptian order. Here's another one of their cronies, Seneb. And let me tell you something, Seneb. And this is my last time. I promise you I'm not going to talk no more. Keep my name out your freaking mouth. All right, you bum? You're a freaking bum. Keep my name out your freaking mouth. All right? Because all of you brothers are boule. Y'all are under some secret society and y'all are sleeping with each other. And y'all are upset that the matriarchal rule is here, but there's nothing you can do about it. It is going to happen. It has to happen this way to bring back order on the planet. All right? Because you men, y'all mess things up. It's all about the butt and the freaking sachets. All right? This is him. Now, answer this, y'all. Y'all, for those of y'all who keep giving this nigga your money, Seneb, San, Atom Ray in Paris in France. Look at him in a Lamborghini in 2017. What does this have to do with Baba coming out of prison, y'all? Please tell me. What does this have to do with Baba coming out of prison? This nigga is driving around in a freaking Lamborghini. Who he think he is, y'all? And look at this hoe up here. This is an embarrassment to our tribe. This is his mate right here. What's up with that, y'all? What's up with this? She ain't even in her garb. That's showing you right there. They don't really live our way. What she got on her feet? They don't even live our way, y'all. Look at them. They taking trips, going places, talking about, look what he says. I can finally say I have French fries from France. Y'all are supporting this crap, and here they go over here in Morocco. What does that have to do with the master teacher coming out of prison, family? Please tell me. Tell me. And then they got this dude here making money for them. He makes these, they get these garbs made. He give him the print, what Baba gave him, and they get these garbs made. This here he go right here. First of all, where you doing with the 2 earrings in your ear, brother? They get these freaking garbs made, this freaking monster right here, right? They get the garbs made and they selling them made out of freaking polyester. He need to get smacked too, all right? You're not a pharaoh. No one adorned you to do this. This is what you are. You're a freaking bum. And then look at them up here. Look, I had to put this picture up here, y'all. Look at this. This girl right here, her name is Mitru. She lived in the Dakota house and she's a witch. And she was dying. She's dead. The ancestors took her out. And look who's there supporting her. Look, you see? They all work together. They all went. Don't tell me, oh, she was sick. No, y'all had a pact with the devil, man. Y'all all got a pact with the devil. And y'all don't want the master teacher out. You can finally say you had French fries from France. Come on, y'all. Y'all letting these niggas do this to the master teacher, and y'all ain't saying nothing to them, making clothes, making money, sleeping around, passing, sisters passing each other around. This is not our way. Dressing like freaking confidants. You look like a dust bag from off the street. You don't look like a righteous woman that's striving for Wu Sabat, and she thinks she's a freaking model. What is this? They in Morocco. And oh, look at this one, y'all. Who's that? Is that Nababtet's son, Puffy, with Seneb coming out of Hotel du Louvre in France? What's up, nigga? Y'all supposed to be working for Baba. Y'all want him to come home, but y'all niggas is traveling on his back, on his dime, on his money. Going to Egypt. What does that have to do with anything, y'all? Look at these devils. Look at them. Is what I'm trying to say. What does that have to do? You're not a master. Look, y'all, Dude Swab is in Egypt. He's in Egypt, standing there with their garbs on, like they these freaking guards. You're not, you're a man, and you are going to get cut down, brother. You on your way out of here. And that is a fact. Hold on a second. Now, I got some stuff that I need to read to y'all about this freaking devil. Y'all are going to understand why he did what he did to the master teacher, okay? Oh, you say, yeah, I know he started his own group, but he does make our garbs. He makes the garbs with the dresses and all of that. He got our stuff from Baba. He got the blueprint from Seneb, and they split the money, bro. They making money. They making money off of the master. Look, y'all want to know how y'all can spot a black devil real quick? They always want to be the leaders. And they start off making it about Baba. They say Baba this, Baba that, and then they start to make it about themselves. That's how you know. The minute they branch off and start doing their own little thing, start talking about something else, and it ain't about sound right reasoning, Wu Sabat with the master came, that's how you know you're dealing with a devil. Because guess what? What did Iblis do? Or Tarnush? Or the devil when he was in Malik? He tried to take over. They just cannot conform and follow orders. They always want to be the ones in charge. And that's why they jealous of me. They jealous of me for what? Because I care about Bible. You understand? And then those of you who don't want to support me, y'all mad at me for what? Y'all are some sick people. Listen, let me tell you something before I get into this book. You got some real, listen, let me take this off so I won't read the comments. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to your sister. I'm telling you from experience, okay? I'm almost 60 years old. I got a lot of experience. In the tribe, out the tribe. In the tribe, out the tribe. In the world, not in the world. You understand? I'm a woman that prays. I'm from another world. The master teacher is a spiritual guru. He is a high-ranking master. He is Melchizedek. They can sit up here and act like what I'm saying ain't real about the book of Revelations, the end of times. That lies in his domain and his domain only. He is the one, the ancient one, Melchizedek. And these people are jealous of him, okay? Because if they wasn't, why are you sitting there with a crown on? With the people around you on a rug like you in Africa and like you somebody important. If you notice, Tashaka Malik is always popping up somewhere. But let me tell you something about these people, y'all. And this is sad and disturbing at the same time. Some of these people in this tribe, they're sick. Just like the people in Hollywood. These are some sick people. Some of them like children. They're not a part of our tribe. They're just people that came across our doctrine. And they wear our garbs and they act like they with us, but they're really not. Their very nature won't allow them to totally submit to the truth and to totally walk upright as a righteous being. You understand? And a lot of them are just sick in the head. They're sick. What I'm saying is, they got mental issues. You understand? And this doctrine cannot cure your mental issue. If you take medication or you was on medication, you need to continue taking your medication. You need to continue seeing your therapist, and you need to continue trying to right the wrong and be honest and real with yourself and stop acting like you're somebody important, because only a devil would put on garbs and sit there like this with these people around them and act like they're the master teacher. Nobody freaking knew you, Tashaka Malik. You didn't even want to fight against the judge. You were scared, my nigga. You were scared. You did not want to do anything. You didn't want to do anything to help Bible. The only thing you wanted to do was, if they was going to Africa, you wanted to get there so you could be there. Oh, I'm gonna show them pictures of me shaking hands with the president, but they did absolutely nothing. The man is not in the seat anymore. The other president, what's his name? Goy? What was that man's name? I forgot his name. In Liberia. Listen, y'all. They first of all, you go to Africa and you got on your garbs. It's disrespectful. You understand? Listen, my father's, and I'm African, okay? Yeah, I was born here. My mother's from the Caribbean islands. My father's an African man. You do not go to Africa dressed up, walking around the people like that. It's disrespectful. That's why when you go to those channels and you see people in Egypt, even in Egypt, when you see people in Africa, they have on safari clothes. They have on comfortable clothing. Okay, because there's dirt roads. It's not like the United States. You see these brothers dressed up on the beach in Liberia with the garb on. First of all, I know your behind was burning up with that black and that hat on. So all y'all got to do is get your yellow fever shot. That's wrong. You have to take your malaria pills. 7 pills, 7 days before you leave. And you got to continue taking them while you're there. You got to take 7 more when you get back. Now, as the master, when he comes out and we leave, that's if we're going there, because I don't know. Bible switches up a lot. But when we leave to go to a foreign land, you can get sick from the water there and stuff. You understand? So you see these brothers there dressed up, and I know the people was looking at them like, what? Who are they? Why they look like that? You understand? It's disrespectful. You got this dude here that sell the clothes, the one with the white thing on, talking about standing there with the people, the signs people, standing there doing this. I fly up from you, O mortals. First of all, that's a sign that the masters gave us And it represents, I fly up from you, O mortals. And they looking at him and they trying to do it too. They don't know. You understand? These people are reading our doctrine and they trying to be who the master teacher is. You were not ordained to do it. And that's how you know that they're devils. You understand? This is what they do. They come around us and then they leave and they start their own doctrine. You know what I'm saying? They start their own followings and they start to get people to follow them. And they start, oh, I'm this with Pops and I'm this with Baba. And Baba told me, and all the stuff that they say out their mouth is nothing but a bunch of lies. Okay? So now another thing, back to what I was wanting to say. This dude, like, these are some sick people, y'all. These are some sick people. And a lot of them need mental help. A lot of them are killers, like serial killers. Like to think to do something like that to the master teacher, to go do sacrifices and cut blood, to sacrifice against Baba because he doesn't want to submit to your little 4-page bullshit letter about being a Prince Hall Freemason, because he doesn't, and then say, oh, you said you're not a Freemason, but you know about all the charters. In order for Baba to learn about the societies and the organizations to keep us from hurting ourselves, he had to. You know why? Because check this out. Tashaka Malik is a gay man. Tashaka. Okay? Tashaka. Tashaka Malik. Mike Turner, honey. Turning it out. He likes butt. Make no mistake. He's a gay man. And see, this is the reason why the master teacher got involved with the Prince Hall Freemasons. It's because he didn't want, because this is what they used to say in the hood back in the days. Yeah, if you become a Mason, you learn the signs, you could get out of court, you let the judge know that you this, you make that sign, you see that ring, that means power. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is this, what they do is, and everybody knows this is a fact. They have this boule secret society where there's a bunch of men in there and they go behind them. They bend over, they spread them, and they bust it wide open. Okay? These men are gay. Most of the brothers in the lodge, for those of you who are new, most of those brothers in that lodge are gay. All of them. Dr. Atun, gay. Tashaka Malik, gay. William York, gay. All them brothers are sleeping with each other. Joseph Hibner is gay. These men are gay. They're going up in each other. Okay? And they have this secret society. And they got these signs. Sometimes they go in the bathrooms and break each other's backs out. Okay? So they have these secret boule societies where they're having sex with each other. Okay? And it's like a fraternity within a fraternity. And so a lot of the rituals that they do, because they come from the Scottish rites, are very satanic. You understand? So what the master teacher did was he learned about this on Nostrand Avenue with a man named Tinsley. He breaks it down about his degrees, Grand Mufti, and he talks about all of that about Prince Hall Freemason. And Baba decided to create his own lodge. Why? Why can't he? Why can't he create his own thing? This is supposed to be United States of America. And they sent Tashaka Malik to break all of that up. Find out what the man is doing. See let us know if he's letting them know about our secrets and all this other stuff. Baba said it himself that all of the rites that they do, some of the rituals that these Freemasons do are all sexual rituals, and they go behind each other. I'm talking about laying on the bed, spreading it wide, going up in each other, the men. Okay? And so now, because they're doing this with each other, they got a bond. You understand? And they down low do it. Look, you ask any gay man, because I got gay friends. Okay? You ask any gay man, well, I used to, when I lived in New York. A lot of friends, guys that I hung out with, some of them was gay, and they'll tell you quick that men, especially, they don't want other people to know that they're gay. So they use women as a trophy to walk around with, but they down low be sleeping around with other gay dudes. And the gay dudes, they get upset because they really want to be in a relationship. They might be falling in love. And seriously, just doing with this dude, he taking them out to eat, they in a car, wherever. You understand what I'm saying? And then these men are secretly sleeping with the women. And so that's why the HIV virus has spread even more amongst heterosexual women and men, because these men are pretending that they walk straight. You know, they acting all gangster. You sitting up here with a freaking robe on and a crown on your head, nigga, and you a freaking booty bandit. You know what I'm saying? You bending over and you spreading your cheeks open, and you got men running in and out of you, in the tribe and out the tribe. All right? You're not freaking Nawapian. You're not a Sabian. You don't walk with us. You were sent to infiltrate the tribe with the Prince Hall Freemason, and you got all these brothers in these rooms, and we got the pledge coming up, and you got them sending you money, and them niggas put you up in the rank, because now you say it's more men as I got following me. That's less men that's walking with the master. All right, we're not Freemasons. It's satanic, and the master teacher said it. Now let me read a few things to you about Tashaka. So from now on, when you say his name, you say, yeah, Tashaka, because that's what he is. All right? You know I know a gay man when I see one. And he's freaking gay. Now, let me read to y'all what the master teacher said. And then we're going to see if there's any other things that I got to cover. Like, think about it, y'all. What is eating French fries in France got to do with Baba coming out of prison? Answer that. Answer that, Sinette. And like I said, keep my name out your freaking mouth, Sinette. Or somebody have my nephew come over there and punch you in it. And I don't care. Go tell Baba what I said, because I'm sick of y'all. Keep my name out your mouth and stay out of my personal relationship with me and Baba. Okay? I'm sick of y'all niggas, man. Y'all start a lot of stuff. You always telling Baba one thing, but you ain't going to tell Baba, well, what did you say to make her react like that? Keep my name out of your freaking mouth. You and your little red bone, bony friend Topper. Keep my name out your freaking mouth, yo. I got a right to speak up about this, because this is wrong. Y'all supposed to be working to free Baba. You driving a Lamborghini in Paris. Why don't you tell Baba? Why don't you send those pictures to Baba? Oh, and then another thing y'all did. Let me tell you what else they did. This is how you know that they hate the master teacher. They took a picture of the master teacher. They warped the picture and put another man's face on there and put it to make it look like it's Baba. And I screenshot it because I'm going to show it to him and show him what y'all doing online, because y'all hate him. And the thing is this, if you hate him so much, go ahead in your little P. Diddy world. Go in the world with the celebrities and hang out with them, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So now, let me read this to y'all about, now that I told y'all everything, let me read this to y'all about Tashaka Malik. Okay? Okay, here it is. Oh. Okay. Okay, this is it here. Here's the other part of the book. Did I miss it? Okay. Here it is. Hold on, y'all. Let me find this. It's not here. 50 something. Okay, it's here. Now, this is a brother named Ezekiel. Right? This is from The Man of Many Faces. Is this part 2 or part 1? I think it's part 1. This is from The Man of Many Faces by Yvonne Christensen. It got a lot of serious information in here. Now listen to this. He says, this is a man asking, this is a Freemason talking to Baba, right? And so I need y'all to hear what the master teacher said, not me. This is coming from Panabab Yanun. So this man says, Ezekiel wrote, Islam brother Isa El-Hadi El-Mahdi. I'm well aware of the nationality card issued by the Moors, as I myself carry one on my person at all times. What is most interesting is your affiliation with King Solomon Lodge and Enoch Grand Lodge. Are you aware of legality in Grand Lodges? These Grand Lodges operate legally when it comes to Masonic authority. Enoch was a break-off from Himram Grand Lodge, which was set up by John G. Jones, who was a suspended Mason from the most worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge. He was the original founder of the Shriners among people of dark complexions here in the States. Speculative Masonic bodies must find the origin to their British Isles. That is, if you are practicing speculative masonry. Operatives are recognized as stonemasons, as were the ancient Egyptians in their mystery schools of thought. Those lodges you mentioned are speculative and considered spurious lodges, or what we know as irregular. I understand that this was back in 1970, well over 30 years ago. One of my biggest concerns is the talk of you being from another galaxy. Is there some truth to this? And what about the extraterrestrial beings I have heard that exist on Earth? I would like to know about this. Here is where the gold is tested by the fire to see if it's pure. Dr. York's response is not direct, but this is what Baba says to him, okay? He said, first of all, when you speak of Freemasonry and then jump into the subject of extraterrestrial, you can become confused. I answered your question as to my affiliation with the lodges in New York. Close observations. I mentioned lodges and shrines in Virginia. If you are familiar with my family history, as I hope you are, you will know of the family affiliation with Boston and Prince Hall. I, like many, accepted what you are calling European Freemasonry from Britain. However, after entering lodges in Egypt and Morocco and the Grand Temple in Saudi Arabia, I found that most, if not all, Freemasons in America haven't a clue of what real Shrindom is and where it originated. They don't know who Hiram really was, let alone the repeated mistakes stemming from lack of fluency in the Arabic language. Things like Arabic nobles of the mystic shrine in Arabic-speaking countries. At the shrine, it translates Arab nobles of the mystic shrine. The passwords are wrong as a result of Europeans receiving them, manuscripts from individuals who themselves were not Arabs. Rizq Allah Hassan Effendi was a Turk and did not speak fluent Arabic. Louis Marassi did not speak fluent Arabic and never translated the Arabic Quran. It was Italian and translated from Castilian Spanish of Spain to Latin. Sheikh al-Nasafi was a Persian. His native language was Farsi. Albert L. Lawson, an American, was not fluent in Arabic. Brother Jones claimed to have received on June 1893 sanction from Noble Ali Rifis Pasha, whose name Pasha alone reveals that he was not an Arab, but rather a Turk. All of family we have and used in our temple translations from Arabic, which from well-preserved tints of the gold casket of Aspaid al-Hussein, father of Aspaid Yaqub, son of Asayid Ali, and Fatima, daughter of Asayid Muhammad Nebi. Peace and blessings of the Most High be upon him. The Masonic Lodge does not have its origin in Britain, but in Babylon with Nimrod. Many people have been misled by a group of men called Alberts. Peace. So then the brother says, he said, Brother Makti, please explain what you see as extraterrestrials. How come you come from another galaxy, or rather the 19th galaxy that you say? So he goes on and talks to this about Baba. And Baba says this: I have written several books on this subject that are still available. One thing is for sure today. The government has confirmed finding right outside of third solar system, a tri-solar system, the same sheriff that hated legends, on which Caucasians, which include is deputy and friend, admit of seeing crabs hovering over the Black Pyramid in Tama. Anything that I would try to explain to you would sound like science fiction. The war in heaven still goes on, and I never know exactly who or what I'm still talking to. Is there risk? Nassau thinks so. Is there an Ilion? Nassau found it. Are there such things as unidentified crafts? Nassau has confirmed it. Are there people walking amongst you whose bodies are vessels for high intelligence from other dimensions? It has been confirmed. Beside those things, there's nothing more I can say. I make one last attempt to see. So the man made another attempt to see if Bob was going to respond. And this is what Baba says about the lodges and Freemason. Hold on. This is important. Hold on. Because there's a part where Baba was talking about Masonic being satanic. Hold on. Okay, this is what Baba says. He says, we are not Freemasons, neither do we care for any such secret societies. Therefore, we are completely impartial to either side of the argument. However, we did notice that Ezekiel M. Bay stated during a conversation with York, speculative Masonic bodies must find the origins to their British Isles. That is, if you are practicing speculative Masonry, in other words, the real reason he hopes York's Nuwapian Lodge is because it is not sanctioned by any head lodges in the British Isles. York's supposition in the origins of what later became known as European Freemasonry and very thought-provoking, but it can be verified. Hold on. Let me find where Baba was saying that about it. Hold on. Here we go. I'm sorry, y'all. Here's the page. Okay, this is what Baba says. Hold on. Where's the part where Baba said that they is satanic? Well, I can't find that. I should have just marked it off. Hold on. Hold on, family. Okay. I can't find it, but Baba said that. But he said that the Masonic is very satanic, and he didn't want his people getting involved and be performing rituals that would damage them, and they sell their soul over to Satan. It's just like in the music industry, when they sign contracts, you hear the girl named Sukiyana. She was crying. You can look this up on YouTube. Sukiyana. She's crying. And she says, I just sold my soul to the devil, y'all. She said, I signed my contract and I actually sold my soul to the devil. And she was crying, saying, I don't know if I could get out of this or what. And so evidently she realizes that she can't get out of it. She said that whenever you do sign up in the music industry, get your own lawyer, because the lawyers that they have work for them. So the mass teacher was trying to prevent us, men and women, from getting involved with satanic rituals with these with this freehold masonry stuff. You understand? So now here it is again about Brunswick, Georgia. A prosecutor, this was posted in December 2003. This is what Tashaka Malik started, y'all. Okay? It says, a prosecutor says members of a religious sect may face charges for lying on an application to participate in a city Christmas parade. Officials say United Nuwapian Nation of Moor members who marched in Saturday's parade told the event organizer when they applied to participate that they were a Masons group. During the parade, the Nuwapians handed out literature and asked spectators about the guilt or innocence of their leader, Malachi York. Brunswick prosecutor Stephen Kelly says authorities are considered whether to charge the group's members with submitting false information to a government agency, which is a felony. That's what Tashaka Malik did. Mayor Brad Brown, who was in the parade, said a document the group distributed entitled Medical Records Don't Lie contained profanity and in some cases was given to children. Now I know that's a lie, okay? Because why would Baba allow us to put profanity unless some member of the tribe who worked for them did it, okay? Now it says, On December the 13th, 2003, at 7:43 p.m., Brunswick, Georgia, the Nawapians, a black nationalist cult that combines Egyptology, masonry, and belief in space aliens, are being hassled by police in Brunswick, Georgia, who claim they made false statements on an application. That was Tashaka Malik who did that. False statements on an application to appear in a parade. Brunswick Mayor Brad Brown had ordered local police to investigate the group for making false statements to a government agency after United Nawapian Nation of Moors stated on a parade permit that it was a Masonic organization. The basis for the false statement complaint is unclear, as Masonry takes many weird forms. What has really angered the city is the fact that during the parade, the group passed out flyers claiming that their leader, Malachi York, has been wrongfully imprisoned on charges of child molestation. Okay? So, I just broke all of that down to you. Okay? Baba said, Prince Hall Freemason. Again, Prince Hall Freemason is a Caucasian doctrine. It's a Scottish rite. It is known in Rome that that's what they do. Those priests, those Freemason priests, those judges, they have sex with boys. Okay? And that is why Jacob York came up with this conspiracy against his father and said it's going to make it believable. Why? Because that's what they do. That's what Jacob York does, and he's in the music industry. That's what those priests do. They do that to little boys. It's known that that's what they do. That's a part of their culture. They molest and sexually have sex with little boys. Okay? And Shaka Malik is a gay man. And most of the men that are in the lodge of the Blue Lodge are gay. They're all sleeping with each other. Let me tell you what happened to me when I went to Athens, Georgia. And this is the truth. Oh, like the movie Oz? The movie Oz Wife Shutter? Show me that movie. Send me. I'm going to watch it. So now, the thing is this, family. This man once came amongst us, pretending he was one of us, right? Saying that he wants, that Baba appointed him over the Masonic Lodge, and that's not true. He's a self-appointed apostle. Tashaka Malik is a self-appointed apostle. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do something. One moment. Okay, y'all. The picture that you see on the wall. Okay, y'all. The picture that you see on the wall that Tashaka Malik took, he took that picture on May 8th, y'all, last year. On May 8th. You get it? He sacrificed animals. Hold on, let's go back to the wall so y'all can see this. 1 minute. Tashaka Malik took this picture on May 8th, y'all. This picture was taken in 2023 on May 8th. On May 8th, y'all. Why? Why, y'all? Just let y'all know what we dealing with. Oh. Can y'all hear me? My sound. What's wrong? Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? My sound, can y'all say something? Can y'all hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. All right. So, this picture that he took this picture on May 8th. That was the day that the master teacher was incarcerated. Thank you. That was the day that the master teacher was incarcerated. Ask yourself, y'all, why would he be sitting on a throne, a fake chair, that they laced up like it's a throne with a staff in his hand? Why? Who are these people? Who are these people? They all fat with weave and stuff. Like, what is going on? Who is this? Who is this, y'all? What is going on? It's the only sister that's dressed respectfully is the elder. Like, what y'all got going on? You know, come on now. Why y'all standing around Tashaka Malik? Is he the master teacher? Did he write any books for y'all? Does he have any land? Does he know where to take y'all if something should go wrong on the planet. Right, they're demons, man. Look at these people. They supposed to be representing us. She dead. She lived in the Dakota house. Her name is Mitra, and she was a witch, and she used to hang out with Sakina. And look who they with. They in there going to see their sister farewell off. Ain't no telling where she at. And look at this whore right here. All booed up with two brothers, one on the left, one on the right. That's not our way. And look at this nigga here. Who does he think he is? Who does he think he is? He's a freaking demon. Look at him. He look just like that thing. Look at them in Morocco. Look at them in France, eating French fries in France. Okay, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? That's Carla Thomas' son, a.k.a. Tabitjet. They all in France taking trips. Look, I understand some of y'all are young and y'all want to live your life. Then go ahead and do that. But you can't claim that you're working to help the master teacher and you out here living like this. Okay? That's why Tashaka Malik is going through what he's going through now, and that's why he's sick. Look at him. Look at his stomach. He looks sick. What's wrong with him? Ew, what is that? Inside of his stomach, y'all. He looks disgusting. This is not our way. And like I said, you got yours coming. You got yours coming, brother. All of y'all niggas is going down. Every last one of y'all. Every last one of y'all. I don't know who y'all think y'all are. Y'all think y'all running stuff in this tribe, and you're not. Y'all are freaking devils, man. Y'all are freaking devils. All of y'all. Look at this freaking whore sitting up here talking about Yahweh, Sia, Amanang, Yahweh, Atam Ray, and all of that. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. They don't live our way. I'll be glad when y'all wake up. It's just a garb. Look at his ears. Look at his ears, y'all. They pointy. Look at his nose. Look at his ears, y'all. He's a freaking devil. And he's sleeping with Baba's wife, Shalimar. I got something to tell y'all, too, what I was told. Hold on. I'm tired of them. Hold on, family. It was told to me, and, you know, is my sound still messed up? Tabitjet, I think it's your phone. Could somebody give me? All right, thank you. Yeah, Tabitjet, you gotta fix your phone. I want to say this. He's coughing up phlegm. He should be coughing up blood. He's gonna die. Now listen to this, y'all. What was I forgot what it was I was getting. You said no? Michael. Okay, good. All right. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me because these people, it's just sad, you know, but we have a happy ending because remember the math teacher said that it's going to seem like he never getting out of there, but we're going to have a happy ending and we're all going to be happy. And he said that this case was created so that the world would know who he is. All right. And so if I miss anything, hold on, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Hold on. Hey, I feel good, y'all. I lost a little bit of weight. I didn't feel it, but now I can feel it. I did lose some weight. I was trying to lose weight. I got to hit the gym, though. I really got to start working out. Okay, hold on a second. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. You know what? One day, hold on. Okay, so one day, I'm typing, I'm working on Bobby's Freedom, and I get a phone call from Tashaka Malik. He had a real pretty mate named Nerua, dark-skinned sister with a lot of hair. She had a big afro. She's a real pretty sister. But me and her fell out. And I'm pretty sure if she's watching this, she knew what I was trying to tell her about her man was true. All right? Nigga's a devil. So, what happened was he called me and said, I'm down here in Washington, Tabitjet. Would you like me to stop at the congressman's office to talk to him. I said, what? He was like, you know, I'm out here at the congressman's office, dude. Would you like me to talk to him? I said, no, I don't need you to talk to him. Talk to him about what? For what? He was trying to get in. He was trying to block me and get in to have this relationship with the congressman. So he thought I was going to say yes, because at the time he was working with the brothers, because Joe had lost his position and he stepped up, and you know, and he, I guess, wanted my permission. You understand? I mean, wanted to try to cut my throat. So now, another reason why I don't like him, and I can't wait for him to die, is because of this. Thank you, Cognition 27. It's because of this. When I needed money to take care of business for the master teacher, look, they was trying to assassinate the master teacher. He was sick in there. He was getting angioedema attacks because they kept doing sacrifices, rituals. They kept doing stuff, attacking his spirit. You understand? And the ancestors would have to step in to save Baba's life. Like Baba, he died twice in there. I don't know if y'all know this. He gonna come home and tell y'all. The ancestors brought him back because he was ready to go. He was like, how much torture can I deal with? You understand? And Tashaka Malik was a part of it. Him, Waki, Waki's sister, daughter, Fatima York. And what he does is he gets money from the lodge and says, I need y'all to give me this. We doing this for Pops. And they give him the money and he gives it to them. You understand? And he's driving around, he another one, driving around a little hoopty, making people think that he broke. But he has a lot of money that he done collected throughout these years from the lodge. And that other brother, Mike, who you seen with Sia Ahmed and William, that brother named William, he called himself William York. He's another one. He's a skeezer. These are dirty, nasty freaking men that sleep around with each other. All right? They got this secret society and this secret organization where they're all sleeping with each other, and they got things that they say to each other to let you know if you down with what if they get down. Like they'll say, you know, oh, do you get down? Are you down with this? Do you get down? All them brothers, Dr. Edson, that's another reason why I could never be with a man like that. You got a wife, you got kids, and you gay. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he sleeps around with some fraternity brother, some brother that's from his fraternity when he was in college. He doesn't even walk our way. They're pretending that they do. They are here to take you off the path of the Most High. They are here to prevent us from rising up as a people. That is why, that is their purpose. And I am here to expose them, because it wouldn't be right for me as a sister to see all of this stuff going on and not say anything or do anything about it. Okay? It would be wrong for me to notice and not say anything. All right? I'm not angry. I don't want to be them. I never ever wanted to be with any of them. When I go to the parah, I always dress respectful. Oh, I don't look at the brothers. I don't stare at them. I don't say anything to them. If it doesn't have anything to do with Baba's legal and me trying to take care of something, I'll give me 10, 50 feet. I don't say anything to them. And anybody that knows me from Athens will tell you. Like when I go in a building, listen, our tribe is segregated. When you see women up in men's face, those are whores. And when you see men up in their face, those are whores. That is not our way. Our way, like I said, we do this and we bow to each other. Okay? We're respectful to each other. And we're a family, but we're segregated. The women with the women and the men with the men. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Not to say that we're segregated in that way. We're segregated to show respect for each other. Because if I'm sitting down, there's rows of seats and I'm sitting down. And there's a brother sitting over here. And I got to get up to use the bathroom. He's sitting down. My butt is going to be in his face. Right? But if I'm sitting down and there's another woman sitting next to me and I get up, then it's like, we move and we're women. You understand? If a sister is sitting down, she gets up and she's on her menses, and you know how it is. Those of us, we all know how it is when you get your menses. Sometimes the flow, it leaks through. And she gets up and she got a stain on her. We got her back. We have the same needs and wants as women, okay? And that is why we're segregated. It's a form of respect to keep the boundaries, there. You understand, family? It's to keep the boundaries. It's like you got a husband, you coming in with your husband and your children. Here comes some woman with the tightest thing that she could find, like Carlita's daughters. They dress like whores. The brothers opening up a new store in New Jersey. They filming it. She got the tight butler and the wabi on. We do not dress like that. Look at the women on the land. Okay? When you start getting your cycle and you become a woman, there are things that you just don't do anymore. All right? Be respectful to each other. So you sitting down, here comes some girl with something tight on. Now a man is being distracted. You understand? A real man won't get distracted, but men are getting distracted because this woman got on the tightest thing she could find, the tightest butler in the wabi she could find, because they want attention that their mates are not giving to them. Or sometimes it's in their genes. Now, I want y'all to remember, when the math teacher wrote that book called Women Planet Earth, he said women planet Earth. He did not say women that are not from here. So those of you with your filthy, dirty minds, you children of Satan, you keep talking about me, saying things like I need a mate or I need to be with it. No, I don't. Do you understand how dangerous it is for a woman to genetically kiss a person that's not bred for her? Because you dealing with genes, you dealing with saliva, you dealing with ancestors, you dealing with, when you interact with a man, your body becomes impure. You understand? If he's not the right man, it can do major damage. Major damage. Okay? If you mate with the wrong guy, they can destroy your life. You women have to understand this, okay? This is our way. Don't let these women who you see with men all booed up and hugged up make you feel like you're missing out on something. Keep your body clean. Keep your mind right. And like the master teacher said in the Lotus Book of Life, he said, don't let men do to you what John F. Kennedy did to his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy. And that story is in a movie called Rosemary's Baby. He took her to the building, knew that he was a warlock, knew that those were witches in there, knew that they were setting her up to have sex with Satan, knew that they had to do this conjuring ritual to conjure up the demon from hell, this reptilian, to have sex with her to give birth to one of their children on earth. Okay? You women, don't let sisters in this tribe make you think that you need to be booed up or you're not a part of the tribe because you don't have a man. Save yourself, be smart, be clean, and when you choose a mate, choose wisely. And one of the most important things is their genetics. Take your time, don't rush, meet their parents, get to know them. Because you never know if you're going to be laying up with a serial killer. Hold on, y'all. What is this? What happened? Oh, well, I'll fix it later. Well, anyway, family, I'm about to end this live. If anyone has any questions that they need to ask me, please feel to do so. Those of you who would like to support me, all of the ways that I can be supported is in the description box. My Cashapp is there. My Zelle is there. If you need to email me, my email is there. Can somebody please email me the name of that movie again? Because I forgot the name of it. I should have screenshot it, but I didn't want to mess up the live. I'm still working to free the master teacher. And if you want to continue to support me, I would appreciate it. All of the ways to support me is in there. Thank you. Yeah, Asaru Non-Ether, please. Send me that so I could watch that movie. I could use a good movie. Y'all want to hear something weird? Listen to this. There's a girl that lives above me, right? But she's moving. Her name is Abigail, and she got a black cat. She's a Caucasian woman. Her name is Abigail, and she got a black cat. Now that should tell you what we dealing with. Okay? Of all people on the planet, why is her name Abigail? What's the name of the girl that started all of this? The government's key witness that put the mass teacher in prison? Abigail. Oh, the brother said, hold on. He said the name of the movie is called... Brother, can you type the name of the movie again? Oh, The Seven Plagues. Let me finish reading that. Thank you. So now, let me start with the last plague. Now, this is from Els, Holy and Jill, Revelations chapter 3. The name of the movie is called Eyes Wide Shut. Please email it to me, brother. Thank you. It says, there came out of the smoke of the pit aircrafts, planes, that was interpreted by John, son of Zebedee, and Salome to look like locusts, to land upon the planet Earth. The same maneuver of locusts who fly in formation and were given authority to kill, just like the scorpions has power or authority in its tail to cause death. With the F-117A stealth fighter plane that also has a sting in its tail, in a form of biological and germ warfare to spread upon the planet Earth. And the military fighter planes were commanded that they should not hurt the grass of the planet Earth, nor any other thing which is green or vegetation, neither all the trees, but only hurt nation of people. The neutron bomb was designed to hurt people, but without harming building structures. So the bombs were dropped by air bombardment, so the grass would not be affected due to the destructive habits of the pilots, affecting all those who do not have the mark of Yahweh, of the Elohim, the Most High, in their forehead. That is received through prostration to the ground, an act of humbleness, which the holy ones, El Muklasina, do constantly before the Sustainer, through worship and prayer called Salah. It is a spiritual communication between the worshiper and El Elo, the heavenly one, Anu, also called Theos, Yahweh, and Allah. And the military of the beast was commanded that they should not kill the righteous. All the plagues that the Creator will send on earth will not affect the 144,000, nor will they suffer the effects of radiation, poverty, sickness, because they bore witness to the truth. However, they could torment them by way of germ warfare for 5 months. Its torture will be slow, painful, and paralyzing, and their pain was as the pain as if a human being stung by the scorpion. And in those days, during the period of war, 1990-1999 AD, the evil one will be at his fiercest attempt to establish his dominion over the whole world, because he knows that his time is almost up. These wars will cause a destruction never seen before on this planet. For the first time in major warfare, germ warfare will be utilized, and nuclear warfare will be the common factor involved. This war will last for 27 years. The nations of people will seek out death, wanting to die, in order to spare themselves of the misery, because living will become so terrifying, and death will look like a favor, when normally people fear death, because it is something they don't understand. But they will not find it, because they cannot escape the wrath of the Most High, Ilion, Ilion, El, from the fallout from the bombs, and they will desire death, and death will flee away from them by escaping from them, and there will be no compassion on them. This page is slippery. And the resemblance of those locusts, the military planes of the evil one's army, resemble horses prepared for battle, flying in formation. They also were representing the 4 horsemen, who are the 4 empires: Babylon, Greek, Roman, European America, symbolized by intellectual creatures, the lion, the bull, human being, and the eagle. And upon every one of their heads were crowned which resembled gold, but was actually the sun's light shining off the plane's metal bodies. And their faces were like the resemblance of the face of the nation of people, because they have drawn on these fighter aircrafts. And their hair was like the hair of women, because of the speedy movement of the planes' propellers, creating an illusion that appeared as hair to John, and their teeth as the teeth of a lion, that which was drawn on these fighter planes. And these aircraft used during World War II, 1939 to 1945, that were known as the Flying Tigers and the A-10 Thunderbolts. And they had metal breastplates as the breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was like that of the sound of chariots, and many horses, which nothing more than engines of planes running for battle, ready for war. And they had tails which resembled the scorpions, and the stings was in their tails. And the sting of the scorpion sends its victim to a state of shock. This is what happened to the people when they saw these bombs and missiles that the planes emitted from their tails, section located and at an opening on the bottom of the plane. An authority was given to them to torment the people for 5 months, because the effect of these bombs will last for a period of 150 days. And a ruler, Azazel, was over them, who is the disagreeable messenger, who is of the bottomless pit, which his name in the Hebrew language, Abaddon. That is a place of destruction, where the father of ruin is. And the Greek language, it is called Apollyon, destroyer. Both names being symbolic of the nature of the evil one, and are typical of the nations within his domain. One more plague is past, and behold, 2 more plagues, outbreaks of war, will come after this. From 1990 AD, this first plague of war was between the United States, Israel, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and many others. After that was the beginning of the end of the world. Now, y'all remember, Baba wrote this book back in the 80s, 90s. And Israel and Saudi Arabia, there was a war. And it says after that, there will be 2 more big outbreaks of war heading up to the year 1996 AD. And the 6th messenger, the cherubim of destruction, blew his trumpet, signaling the beginning of the 6th plague. And I heard one of the voices of the 4 horns of gold, being the 4 living creatures, were represented by the 4 world empires, which is before the altar of the Most High, saying to the 6th Elohim, a cherubim of destruction, who had the trumpet, loose for 4 Elohim arch messengers, Raphael, Uriel, Uziel, Israel, which are bound in great river, Furatu Euphrates. And so the 6th messenger loosed the 4 Anunnaki Elohim crafts to hold back the 4 winds, so that they would not destroy the earth, which were prepared for the hour, the first half hour being from the year 1940 AD to the year 1970 AD, and the second half hour being from 1970 AD to 2000 AD, in the appointed day and month and year. What was once a year, now a month, and a month a day, and a day an hour, showing that time is running out, so that they can kill 1/3 of the nation of people. And when he added up those who were mounted on the horses, was 200 million foot soldiers and tanks. And I, John, son of Zebediah and Salome, heard the number of them. These are the soldiers of the Edomite army, ready to kill. Y'all know the Edomites are the Asians, Chinese. The horses symbolically represented the armor vehicle tanks, valuable for their firepower and ability to move over most kinds of grounds. And this is what I, John, son of Zebediah and Salome, saw. The horses in a vision, and the riders on them had breastplates of fire blue sapphire, symbolic of the most deadly and treacherous war devices, napalm. During military combat, aircrafts emit napalm in the form of fire bombs, which John compared to the sting of the scorpion and yellow sulfur, and the heads of the horses were like the heads of lions, implying that they were extremely bold and noisy, resulting from the explosion of ammunition and fire and smoke and sulfur, describing the type of destruction which occurs during the 20th century. Their molecular war, thermonuclear warfare came out of their mouths, meaning that these weapons were emitted from the front of the tank, which appeared to have a mouth to John. And from these three empires, which will wage war, the last war, the United States with Russia, Gog and Magog, Amorites, Jebusites, the Arabs, kings of the earth, Middle East and China, the dragon Edomites, a third of those struck of nation of people were killed by the fire and the smoke and sulfur which came out of their mouths. Because of the power, the strength of the ammunition of those horses was in their mouths, which were the tanks that emit their weapons from a cannon-type protrusion, and in their tails, the airplanes which emit their weapons from the underside of their tail section, because their tails resembled reptilians, and it had heads, which were the long guns on the front of the tank that emits flamethrowers, and with these did hurt, killing many people. And as for the rest of the nation of people who were not killed by these plagues and still did not repent from the disagreeable works of their hands, that they should not prostrate to the physical evil one reptilian, and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and wood, which neither can see and can't hear nor even walk. Nor did the physical devils repent for their murders, and not even from their works of magical arts, and not from their fornications that take place in the lustful society of America, New Babylon, and not from their theft. And I, John, son of Zebedee Salome, saw another strong Anunnaki Elohim, Gabriel, one who comes forth with prevailing for El. He is the one who brings messages to man on earth. One of his names was also Jesus, because it is he who brought salvation to man by way of messages or scriptures that he was commanded to by the Most High, such as El's Quran, which was recited to the news-bearer Muhammad, so he could memorize the words before it was written down in the year 610 A.D. He came down from the Orion skies on the night of power, Laylatul el-Qadri, clothed with a cloud, representing many other Anunnaki Elohim, wearing all white. And upon his head, the Elohim Anunnaki, Malachi, also called Murdoch, ruler of the deities, was a rainbow symbolic of the covenant of the Elohim made with Utnapishtim Noah and his descendants, that their world would never be destroyed by water again, and also the coming of the end. This rainbow is also the hala or aura, which is the magnetic force field that surrounds man, reflecting the intricate moods and thoughts that are changing every minute, thus affecting the various colors seen around the head and body. The luminous rainbow is also seen emanating from the arch Elohim, whose very essence is a pure green light, representing intelligence, life, and healing. And his Gabriel's face was as the sun, reflecting an overpowering strength, and his feet were as pillars of fire, representing the hell that those who backbite, slander, and hoard their wealth, thinking it will make them immortal. And he, the Elohim Anunnaki Gabriel, also called Nusku, deity of light, had in his right hand El's Quran opened up, showing that it was now ready to be read, interpreted, understood, and finally spread to the people of the world. And he, the Anunnaki Gabriel, set his right foot in the sea and his left foot upon the dry planet Earth, meaning that he will personify in human form, as in the case when the Anunnaki Gabriel appeared to Mary. In the book, chapter Luke, verses 1 through 26. The News Bearer Muhammad, El Quran, chapter 96, verse 1 through 5. And to Abraham with the Anunnaki Elohim Raphael, Uriel, and Mikael, being an Anunnaki Elohim, what Christians would call a Holy Ghost, angel or angelic being. Hindus call them avatars. Muslims call them Ilamutajassid or Malak. They are endowed with limited amount of energy, which allows them to personify. And called out with a voice, when as a lion roars, and when Gabriel called out 7 thunders, which are actually the 7 cherubim or disagreeable beings, bringing the 2 sets of plagues, 7 plagues each, released on the earth, answered with their voices. And when the 7 thunders had spoken with their voices, signaling that the end is coming and judgment is about to come upon the earth, I was determined at that point to write, and I heard Malachi's dark voice from Orion's skies saying to me, seal that the 7 thunders are saying, don't write it down. And I, Gabriel, who I, Yochanan, saw standing on the sea and on the planet Earth, lifted up his hands toward the sky. One of the positions in prayer, which is a gesture of reverence to El Elo, the heavenly one, Anu, creator of Shemarian, heavens or skies. However, and he, the Anunnaki Nusku, Gabriel, son of Raziel and Zamael, swore by the all that the ever-living forever and ever, who created Orion skies, and whatsoever is in it, and the planet Earth, and whatsoever is in it, for indeed there will be no more time after this, meaning the secrets of this book will longer remain a mystery. However, in the days of the voice of the 7th Elohim, Anunnaki, when he, Raphael, raised to El, will begin to make a sound by way of the trumpet to hit the earth with the 7 plagues, first being AIDS, in order to complete the secrets of El Elo, Yahweh, Theos, Allah, and Anu, which are all the scriptures that reveal to man things he did not know. El Elo informed us in the hands of his servants, the news bearers, who the scriptures were revealed to and then recorded by them. And I heard from the skies the voice of Gabriel Nusku, which spoke to me, Yochanan, saying, go and take the little scroll, which is open out of the hand of Malachi, who is standing upon the sea and upon the planet Earth, meaning this Elohim Anunnaki will personify to Yochanan. Take the little scroll and eat it up, meaning for Yochanan John to take the scroll, digest it, master it, so he would have understanding of what would happen when the Comforter comes. This scroll that Yochanan is being told to memorize is El's Holy Quran, and is the only scripture up until this day that is being memorized by recitation. So it will be bitter because your belly, so it will be bitter in your belly because you have to face what it says to do, because it's prescribed laws from the Most High. You have difficulty living it so it becomes hard to digest. But as for when it's in your mouth, it will be as sweet as honey. As it is chanted, it is the most beautiful thing to listen to, and the words in El Elo's Holy Quran are as sweet as honey. For those who do good and adhere to the warnings, with true understanding of them it is bitter, full of woe to those who ignore the signs in it. And I, Yochanan, took the little scroll, El's Quran, from the hand of Malachi Zadok, who is Melchizedek, leader of the deity, supreme deity, and ate it up. So it became sweet in my mouth like honey, which is one of the miracles of food from the Most High, because it can purify and heal the body of alignments. But when I swallowed it after reading the Quran and digested its meaning, it became bitter in my belly after the truthfulness and reality of its words were grievous to your candidate. This is a must for you, John, to prophecy again, meaning he not only had to receive the record of the book of Revelation, but he also had to spread to the world of the coming prophet who received the little scroll, else Holy Quran, to nation and tribes and tongues and many rulers of people throughout the world. He also would record his on scroll for 2 years, the book of John. All right, so that's it, y'all. That's it, family. Maybe I'll do some sessions reading L's Holy and Jill, being that we at the end. I'll think about it because I don't like going live. Anyway, I wanted to say to you all to please be safe. I want to also tell many of you, especially you sisters and you brothers, be careful who you mate with. There are a lot of people in the tribe that are HIV positive, and they're taking medication called Biktarvy. So this medication, what it does is, when you go to test someone for the virus, it keeps the virus hidden in their blood, okay? So you all be careful. Make sure that y'all are following the rules of Wu Sabat and that you are adhering to the laws. Our rules, because we don't have laws. La we Tenano, we have rules. Y'all, we are a family, and it is our responsibility to help each other. And I'm doing my part. And I hope that you are all pleased with me exposing the devils, the black devils in the tribe. No one has ever done it before. Okay? They talk to each other. Oh, there was one more thing I had to read about Tashaka Malik that was shared to me by a brother who used to be a part of the lodge. Hold on. He said Tashaka Malik is who they call. Wait a minute, where's the other one at? I thought I sent 2 of them. Hold on. This is about Tashaka Malik, okay? This is what someone found about him. They said, towards the great wisdom. He attempts to act like a Toby, like he's the son of Gabriel or Raziel, who carries messages between the Most High. But do not be fooled. They're saying that he pretends he's some master and that he's some messenger for Baba, but do not be fooled. Says this person symbolizes the urge to interrogate unconscious motives with conscious recognition. And this person, this energy of this person tells you that the union with the divine is at hand. But it's a sign that tells you to explore the depth and the foundation of a person, right? Because, hold on. He was saying that his name Tashaka is in the scriptures. His name Tashaka is in the scriptures because he's a freaking devil. Like Tarnush, Targush, Tashaka. You know what I mean? That's not his name. His real name is Mike Turner. That's his real name. His name is Michael Turner. Mike Turner, not Michael. Mike Turner. He's from Savannah, Georgia. He's an evil man. Okay? And like I said, you know, even though the lodge and the brothers decided not to work with me and help me, the Most High made a way, and we here. You understand? And so with that being said, as I said to you all before, the master teacher be home. Y'all be careful with who you sleep with, because if you HIV positive, you are not coming on the land. If you got any kind of drugs, any kind of niggly attitude, that Project Popeye's chicken crap, you ain't coming with us nowhere. And those who know the master teacher, they know how he is. So you all be careful and don't let people like them drag you down with them. Just because they got on a crown and they got on a garb, so what? What does that mean? It's just a costume. Baba said at the end of the day, all the costumes come off. You understand? Don't let people fool you and make you think that they got this deep connection with the master. A person is going to show you who they are by their actions. And when they pretend that they walk with the master. And you walk with him. If you walk with Baba, and you be around these people, trust me, it ain't gonna take you. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure these speaking fools out. All right. So anyway, family, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for tuning in, and I would like to also thank those of you who continue to support me. I'm doing my best, and this was not easy. Okay, this was one of the worst things I've ever experienced in my life. Not the doctrine, not the master, the experience with black devils and their spiritual evil attacks. They're very wicked. Make no mistake. And I'm not making up nothing about these people. Like I said, I was around them. I seen Tashaka Malik in Athens. He used to hang out with Polite. Anybody with a position at Bible Road, that nigga was right there. You know what I'm saying? Acting like he's fake, he's phony, and he's a devil. All right? And y'all be careful out there. Yeah, prayer session tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Again, 9 o'clock, you know how we do. Prayer session tomorrow at 9 o'clock, family. Take my lunch to catch this. Okay. Brian Selby, right back, brother. Thank y'all, family, for tuning in. You can always pass it around. You know, the audio. Y'all can listen to it again. And don't take nothing for granted because this is real. Baba said we are not Prince Hall Freemasons. Prince Hall Freemason was a Caucasian. And we're African. And Baba said, how can he teach us what we know about the doctrine? How can he bring us to another level if he's not an African man? So that's why the master teacher told Shak Malik no. And when Baba said no, he went to work. He started doing spiritual sacrifices with blood because to Satan, he's a satanic man. He's satanic, boule, satanic, bend over, sachet to Shaka Malik. All right? Wadu family, and thank you for tuning in.